So look at what I created. We're gonna be working on this. We're gonna make it a little bit better. I'm gonna share this with everybody. I'm gonna zoom in, and this is what we're working on. So in our progress report sheet, right? We're gonna create this now going forward. Now it's gonna be a little better. This is just me using data that we have that I can find online. So now we're gonna make this better on the progress report side. So you'll be able to see this on our funding software. This is what your progress report is gonna be looking like. All right. Is that V already? V,
Of
that
course,
you?
V supposed to.
Leadership support, is that you? V, is that you?
Yes, that's me. I thought I
Eh,
was in the right thing. Let me log out and
no,
log
no,
back
no, no.
in.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't care.
Well, the reason
Okay.
I say like
I don't care. So we'll go back over here and then I'll go back to that. So we're gonna start here. I'm gonna get, why are you logged in? We'll get logged in. Ooh, let's go. So when I come over here, I'm gonna do this now. Oh, we're right on top. So we'll start with the software. I was gonna do that, but I forgot V was gonna be here today. So we're definitely gonna go over the software. And we'll go over the software, then I'll do the funding software. I'll go over the new updates that we're adding, UI updates, everything. We'll do a little bit of everything. I'll do the walkthrough and we'll go from there. Zyra, just for you, I want to make sure. Do you guys know how to calculate the letters?
Yes, I still remember.
You still remember how to
Yeah.
not calculate the number, how to calculate how many letters it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
perfect.
taught us that.
Perfect. I just want to make sure. Does Rika know how to do it?
I don't think so. You can go over that for her.
Perfect. All right. So
I'm trying to get your other VA in here.
when
Go
we're
ahead.
in here, we're gonna go over the top of the thing and start over here as usual. This is gonna be your name. This is gonna be your user login. You're gonna be your general attacks, and the general attack is like a token system. In the token system, you gotta pay the AI to generate the letter. Now it'll generate an unlimited amount of letters with an unlimited amount of pages depending on how many negative items you have. So the more negative items that you have, the more letters it'll generate depending on how you pick the AI to generate everything. So when we start over here, we start with the basic ideology of what's here, how to use all this stuff, and then move into the next section. So the next section will be our pricing section. In our pricing sections, for people who are using the M2 FICO Forge software, please do not get this package. Please, 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 please. We have had people in the orientation on Monday explain why we should not get this package. Here's the reason, guys. You get 4 tokens in the next package. It's $50 more. The tokens, you get 3 tokens. 3 more tokens for $50. Oh, there we go. We're starting good. Micah, start letting them in as soon as they come in, please. You get 3 tokens extra in this package than that one. You get 7 tokens extra in this package. 16, 29, and 99 in this package. Now, that looks like a 4. At the end of the day, we definitely want to make sure that you are choosing the right package. Why do I tell you not to use this package over here? Why do I cross it out? Why do I tell everybody this? Reason being is, if you are new to the software, you will make a mistake. And the mistake costs you money. How much does it cost you? Well, let's be real. Let's show you over here. 1 token is $97 with the subscription, right? Well, let's go over here and let's see how much a token costs. If I come over here and come into the thing and I go into the pricing section and I purchase an additional token, 1 additional token is $40. So 2 tokens will cost you $129 or $127, whatever the total cost is. That comes in, it will cost you $127 for 2 tokens. When 4 cost you $129. and $47.99. There is no need for this subscription. For us, there is no need for this subscription. We do not recommend it. We do not recommend that you use it. Okay, first and foremost, that's my thing. So these are the two subscriptions you should start and use straight out. If you're doing one person, this one I suggest 1 to 2 people. This one I suggest 3 and above. And the same thing going. This one would be, I would say, just on a thing. If you're 18, this would probably, I would suggest 9 and above. And then over here, no questions yet. This one's 9 and above, and then this one I would say 15 and above, and then this one 50 and above. Why? Because you give yourself a chance to make an error, and I will show you how easy it is to make an error. All right, how easy it is to make an error, and how easy it is to mess something up. Even if you have all the tactics, Dre's been in here. Dre's been a client of mine for years. Okay, now he's a business partner. And at the end of the day, Dre, how many times do you still mess up?
Okay. Respectfully, I like last week. You know what I'm saying? We messed up last week. Again, guys, it's easy. It's easy too, especially when I have a couple people in here who are starting to do this for other people as like getting clients. It's easy, guys. So the reason why we go over this every Friday and we spend a lot of time every Friday on this part and on the next part when you're putting your personal information in, that's the easiest parts to mess up on. We overlook those parts, so we spend the most time on those parts. Make sense, guys? Beautiful.
So now we're going to go into the manage profile. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get here from home. Always home, manage all users, manage profiles. Okay. Now, when you're doing that, you'll see. Now, here's the focus. When you're adding a profile, and I'm not doing a basic orientation. I'm just going to go over the stuff and then we'll get into the more advanced stuff. But here's the thing. Over here, when we start this, I block this off purposefully. Blue. Your ID. ID suggests passport, driver's license. That's it. Don't go crazy looking for other stuff. Don't ask me crazy stuff. No, ID, passport. Make your life simple. Okay? Social security card will be in orange. This is your orange one. If you don't have a social security card, you can use a W-2. If you do not have a social security card, we have it in the Discord channel. Dre has it in his community as well. You have the thing to go get a replacement social security card. Hop on it so you get it by next round and you're using your proper social security card. Okay? Now, the last one. This is going to be your proof of address. I'm going to use red. Everything here in red is based upon your proof of address. What's your proof of address? That will be your bank statement, your utility bill, or I'd like to, somebody keeps using the car insurance. Car insurance works as well. So these pieces over here are very important. We make sure that you understand this. Ali, what happens if my ID doesn't match my proof of address? That's why we focus on it in blue. This is all that you need to pull from your ID and your passport. What happens if my ID doesn't match? I think I just answered that, but again, doesn't match my proof of address. You want to make sure that if it does, if you can get it, go get it. Yes, AB, go for it.
Yes, sir. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you all, and thank you for taking the time to do this. Now I have a quick question since I just hopped in here. Is this setting up a profile for us, or is this setting up our future clients' information?
Both.
Gotcha.
You should be able to set up both. So once you learn how to set yourself up, it is redundant for your client.
Okay.
And always ask for the same data. If you want to have a quality control, make sure that you have the quality as the same. If you don't want quality control, okay, then you can go grab all these different things. My goal is to always make sure that you're grabbing the same data. And what same data are you talking about? Make sure it's a driver's license. Make sure it's a social security card, not a W-2. And make sure it's a proper proof of address. I will show everything in the next piece that we'll go over here. but make sure that you have that and it's all proper data. If you require that information from your client and from yourself, you will never mess up. But if, oh, I don't have a social security card, great, go get the link. Here's the link, go get one.
Okay, got you.
It's having the data ready to rock and roll. My ID doesn't match. Do you have a passport? Yeah, I have a passport. If they don't have a passport, tell them, do me a favor, go get your ID. Do not, if you start to give leeway, your business is going to suffer. Yourself is going to suffer. Oh, well, I don't have an ID. What should I do? Go get your ID. If you want to go above and beyond, make sure your ID matches your proof of address. Then you're really putting yourself head and shoulders above where it needs to be. But look, we've dealt with people in the grouping that would come in, truth be told, not have anything match. So then that's why we go over that. Like I say, for me, if your ID doesn't match your proof of address, go get a passport. Do it on a passport. I don't have, actually, it's in the card. I have a passport card. I went and got a passport card purposefully. Okay. So that I have, it looks like an ID, like a driver's license, but it's easier to scan and put on your system. That's what we use. I personally use for my own disputes, and I usually do my inquiries. Okay. Or attack letters, excuse me. I have to use the proper terminology. Okay. Now, once that's done, and you fill this information out correctly, we're going to move down to the next piece over here. Now, you could do one of two ways. Personally, I suggest it this way. Click save over here. Just scroll down to the bottom, hit save. If there's any issues, any ID, any information that's missing, okay, or any issues with the software, say your client's in another software, right? By any chance, don't worry about it. We'll pick it up over here. Now you'll know it. You didn't fill out all the data. You didn't get out everything, and you're not in a bad situation. You can figure out what to fix and how quickly it is to fix it. Ms. Zyra's going through the same information right now. Client added their profile 3 times. So now with them adding it 3 times, right? You have to pick and choose the data and make sure you delete all the data off the system and try different profiles with all the wrong data. So what we do is we try to make sure you do save here, and then it will come into a file, show you what it looks like this. So now you'll come in and you'll have your profile that looks like this. Now, as you can see, all the data is filled out. The first name, the last name, the date of birth, the social security, the phone number, the street address, the city, the state, the zip code, USA, the email address, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We have all that filled out. Now, the next piece, come over here. You're going to hit that plus sign. When you hit that plus sign, you'll be able to add credit monitoring password. Make sure that it says both MFSN and Epic Pro Report. You want to make sure that it says both. Once it says both, you're going to be good. You hit save, and then it will auto import the report as long as it's my free score. Now, nobody in the grouping that we're talking to should be using anything else. If you're using Identity IQ, cancel it. If you're using Smart Credit, cancel it. My free score now. Why? Epic Pro Report. And I will show you why when we get to the advanced disputing tactics. Make sure that over here you have your credit report. It pulls the dates. It has the name. And it has the image content. If you want to double check to see if the credit report has pulled, hit this button over here, process HTML, and it will show you the credit report. Make sense? Everybody good with that? I'm going to pause for a quick second to make sure that everybody understands that.
Ollie, can you
This is
please
the
repeat
time
that?
to ask questions, guys. Seriously.
What's
So
up,
if there's
Zyra? Which
any
one?
questions?
That part where you went to this particular screen.
When
Thank you.
when you come over here and you scroll down on the client's profile, right? You're going to have the images. You scroll down over here. It says profile report section. You'll see the report. You see the little pen or pencil. Zyra, come off mute. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, come off here.
Thank you.
And then
Yeah.
click process. And that's how you'll
Process.
get. Yes, that's how you'll get the report. So you know that the report uploaded successfully.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Go, AB.
Yes, sir. So I know you said you're going to touch upon it, but can you kind of backtrack real quick what you were saying about if you have smart credit and a couple more? Because I do have smart credit. So
With
can you
this
kind of just...
software, absolutely. With this software, I'll show you why. But with this software, My Free Score now built a special report for the software. It pulls and has the data that the report is looking for and the software is looking for to be able to attack properly. If you have that stuff, get rid of it.
Okay.
Dre has one. I have one. We can send you our links and you can either become an affiliate to them if you're starting a business, or you can use our link to get the Epic Pro report. You have to use one of the links that we provide, because if you go to My Free Score now and sign up over there, they don't give you the Epic Pro report.
Gotcha. Okay.
The software requires the Epic Pro report. And I will show you why in a couple of seconds. Let's touch base on the IDs and the information over here, and we'll go from there. So first and foremost, Oklahoma driver's license. As you can see, I did touch base on this. This guy's in Oklahoma. His ID does not match where he lives. But this is his name. This is his full name. This is his date of birth. Let's go scroll back up to the top over here. Full name, DOB. That's why. I don't care what the ID is. That's why I say use a passport. Okay, I don't care what the ID is, as long as it's legible and they can use it. And your social security, same thing, legible. You see how we're showing all four corners, right? This is a big deal. You want to make sure that this is legible so it comes up good when you print it. Then the last page over here is I use the Con Ed bill. Okay, and then I went off of the Con Ed bill. Let me download this and let's get this bigger so you guys can see this. Let's go to this PC. Why isn't the rest of my stuff not showing? Okay, whatever. Not a big deal. I'm just going to download this here and open this up. Okay. Now, let's scroll in. Make sure the name, address, this is a sample client. Look at the address over here. Look at the address over here. Does the address match? Let me go over here. Does the address match, ladies and gents?
Yes.
And does it match verbatim? Does this match with this verbatim? Thanks, Coach B. B's like, yep. So it's got to match verbatim. If it says street here, you want to put street here. If it says New York here, you want to spell it out. If it says Manhattan, you're going to put Manhattan. It doesn't matter if it says something else. Whatever your address that it comes to, if you have that physical document, that physical letter, and I'm going to use my, here we go, perfect. If you have a physical letter like this that comes to your location, and that's what you're using, then you know that you are getting mail there, and that's what they want. Make sense? Perfect. So once that's done, scroll down, hit save. Now, come back over here. I always like to double check the data. I make sure everything's here. I make sure the report's here. I make sure everything's uploaded correctly. I make sure all the pictures are here. Everything looks good, and we're good to rock and roll. I hit save one more time, and now we go into the dispute center. Before I go any further, does anybody have any questions?
No.
No? Rika, Joseph, Zaira, Asim, Mona, AB, questions?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay, perfect. I got one person to answer me. Let's go sends rounds of attack. So we click on the sends round of attack.
Rinka, I want to make sure, Rinka,
Go for
I
it.
want to make sure that you know it well enough where you can start telling our community, telling other people how to do this as well. So when we say, do you know this? Well enough to tell other people, Rinka, that's for you.
Okay, good. Go to attack
Beautiful.
area. Now, I can show you how to create a dispute in 35 seconds. Ready? Select the client. Click maximum efficiency. You can either print it yourself or mail with my team. FICO Forge members, you get M2 FICO Forge is your discount code. Okay. Everybody
Excuse
else,
me, Ali.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
Miss
Ali.
Zyra.
Usually I use the do it yourself. So which one is better to use?
I'm not. I'll get there, Miss Zyra.
Okay, thank you.
If you want to do a dispute, if you want to do a 35-second dispute, this is everything in blue, and it will just shake the tree. Okay, it doesn't allow you to pick anything else, but it just does everything in blue. If you want to send a round out immediately, just to see what's going on, see what comes off. Best thing over here is just boom. Select your printing and mailing service. If you're a FICO Forge member, you put your discount code there. If you do have a discount code with us, you'll be able to put it there. Now, I do it differently. I hit the do-it-yourself practice, same thing, over here, and I click generate. Now, when we do this, we come over here. Now, in our software, we have Blast Furnace. In all the rest of the softwares, you just focus on these last four letters, MPEP. Okay? Now, AB, you ready? This is for you.
Let's get it.
So this is the most aggressive attack in the software. If I select Smart Credit or the regular report, you see how it doesn't give me that option?
Yeah.
So it gives you MPEC, which is the second most aggressive, okay? Part of the software. So what we would want you to do, and that's why I want you to get that Epic Pro report. There's no reason that you should be with anybody else if you're using the software. I'll be honest with you. There's no reason. I honestly, I don't see a reason for you to be with any other company because my free score now is giving and updating data where Smart Credit hasn't updated in a really long time. Even Identity IQ, I don't understand why people are still using Identity IQ. Okay? So when we come over here and we get this Epic Pro report, now you'll see automatically it selects the most aggressive attack. You saw that, how instantly it did that?
It only took like 0.2 seconds.
Exactly. So it automatically knew what to do and what to select instantly by adding that Epic Pro report. Now I'm going to show you again. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select the MPEC. I'm going to select Molten Core 1, right? And I'm going to let it rock. This is that 30-second attack that I told you before. This is how it selects it. I'm just literally going to write default over here. I'm not going to generate a letter. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys the difference. Hide positive items. I would always select all. Get in the habit of doing this. Hide positive items. Include all three bureaus, so you're not forgetting to do it later. Always get into that thing. Hide positive items. Whenever you're doing it, hide positive items. Include all three bureaus. Now it's going to read the report over here. Give it a second.
What's your reasoning behind hiding the positive items?
Hide the positive items. So what happens is when we hide the positive items, it actually slows the system. Not hiding the positive items will slow the system down. You hide the positive items, it speeds the system up.
Okay.
And we got a lot of people that use a lot of slow computers. So hiding the positive items speeds everything up. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Okay.
Do your process again, and then it'll do it.
There we go. No, V, I'm telling you something. Sometimes it doesn't want to go. So you see all these flashing numbers? These flashing numbers along with all these is what happens with the My Free Score Now report. It has a hard time finding the data to match with the negative items. So you'll have more flashing. The same thing with Smart Credit, AB. When you're looking at over here, if you have Smart Credit, more will be flashing because it can't match the data up correctly. So that's why we tell you to use the Epic Pro report. Now I'm going to show you this. I'm going to go back and reset it. I'm going to use the Epic Pro report. I'm going to go to Blast Furnace. I'm just going to turn it on and off. There we go. And then I'm going to hit 1. I'm going to do the same thing. Just check all in blue just to compare apples with apples. And I'm going to hit next. End this off, turn that back on. And then let it rock. V, I'm glad you're here, so you're seeing this. Because this happens every week.
Are you for the cafe and everything?
Mm-hmm. Just to show everybody, did you see that? Look at the green arrow when I turn high positive. There we go. Look, you see how much is down here? Now watch when I turn it off. You see how much is left over? Now, why is that flashing like that? There we go. Okay. You see the difference on the red? AB, did you see the difference on how many are not flashing now?
Yeah.
Get it? Why we tell you to get the Epic Pro report?
Now that makes sense. Because at first I'm like, huh. But I see now. Yeah.
That's the reason why we tell you to get the Epic Pro report. Now, this one has a bankruptcy, so the bankruptcy is always going to flash because you have some stuff that you have to select, but you drastically reduce the amount of flashing colors, and it actually gives a better way on how to categorize the negative items. AB, ask your question, man. I'm talking to you.
So, I'm sorry, I'm the type where I ask a lot of questions. But so like the different colors and stuff, does that kind of categorize, like for example, let's just say brown is judgments, purple is charge-offs, blue is
You
like
jumping
a
ahead of
repo.
you jumping ahead of the class, boy.
Oh.
You jumping ahead of the class. We're just there. We gonna get there. So at the end of the day, because exactly what I was just gonna get into is now when we're doing this, for example, so I got some people that do it on iPhones, do it on iPads. Not that that we're telling you to do it on that. It's not the best way to do it. But if you're doing it on an iPhone and that's what you're doing it on, or you're doing it on an iPad, when you're scrolling over and hovering over these colors over here, if you click, it'll tell you what's wrong. The issue's right there. If I go over here, it's a public record. So you want to focus, and I'm going to go over here again. Focus on this box over here if you're doing it on an iPad and on an iPhone. You literally want to focus on these boxes right here because this box will tell you the issue. That's the cool part. Now, come back over here. Here's the thing. Now we did that. One, public record. Not public information. Personal information, not public information. 2, public record. 3, inquiry. 4, inquiry. 5, inquiry. So AB, come off mute. Are you assuming the shit color brown is an inquiry?
Am I assuming it's an inquiry?
Yeah. Are you assuming that all these colors in that shit color brown is an inquiry?
I mean, I would assume so.
That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. Now let's go to 45. Since you hit the nail right on the head, it's categorized like that. So 45 is a student loan. It says it right there. I can hover over it and it'll tell me over here that it's a 45 is a student loan. So 46 is that same color, but we're going to click on it. It's a student loan. 47 is a charge off, says it. 48 is a charge off. 49's a 3+. Late, all other derogatory 3+. If it does not say, you leaving? Thank you, Anthony. If it does not say medical record or does not say student loan, it automatically gets categorized under all other. So if you don't say, oh, but I have a medical record, okay, that's fine. If the software doesn't categorize it under a medical record, there's a reason it didn't categorize it under medical record. Let the AI rock and let the AI do what it needs to do, because we just let the AI read the report for us. We're not reading the report. So now that the AI read it, it's telling you what category it's in. And if you don't select that and it's not in that category that you're not selecting, what happens? It's not going to dispute it. It's not going to attack it for you. And then you're going to say, well, why didn't my attack letter hit it? Because you didn't select the AI to attack it. Make sense? Does everybody get that? Yes, no, maybe
Yes.
so. Thank you, AB. I appreciate you coming off mute and saying that. Okay, so we have all this over here. Now we have 52. 52 is 1-2. Again, student loan, we already have that. Now what I do is, and if you're in our thing on our Discord channel, go get this sheet. I made this sheet purposefully. What I do with this sheet, it's the check boxes. All I do is I literally go down the line. Shit, thumbstick. Almost lost the cap. I'm gonna attack everything in green, right? So I'll just start checking it off. Boom, 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 boom. Now I categorized it a little bit differently than what's on the software. I categorized it as most occurring to least occurrence from what I've seen. Medical records, medical charge-offs and all the medical record stuff is the least occurring. Student loan is the second least occurring. All other stuff is always the highest occurring. So I categorized it as such. So this. So now, and we have a student loan 3+. I'm gonna put that here. So now this is what my check sheet looks like. Okay. This is what the check sheet looks like. Why? How do I know that? Because we've went over everything over here so far, and that's what we've gotten. That's all the negative items. So if I come over here, I start again. Personal identifier, the one at the top. Write this stuff down if you don't have this check sheet. Just write it down. Personal identifier, public records, inquiries. Now we'll go over here to 45. Student loans. Student loans over here. All other charge-off and collections. All other derogatory late 3+. All other delinquency late 3+. So now, no matter what shows up after we've gotten here, if it's not another color, we already got it. Go for it, AB.
So I had another question. I have to backtrack real quick. So when we were going through, making sure we have the most recent address and everything's up to par, that's because when it's time for the AI to dispute, we want to make sure their personal information is up to date and correct. Is that correct, or am I missing something?
It's not that it's up to date. It's getting rid of getting rid of the personal information that is potentially attached to accounts.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Getting rid of that personal information that is attached to accounts will make it less verifiable. So when it's now less verifiable, now not only are you disputing on a compliance standpoint, but you're also when you're doing attacking on a compliance standpoint, but you're also now able to dispute on the sense that it's not there. So how are you saying this is verified if the information that you're going to verify is not technically correct?
Right. Because this is linked to 123 Street, and that's not the case. So therefore, that is okay. I get what you're saying. Gotcha.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. So now that we did this, I always like to do this, and V knows this. Go to 62, click the last one, scroll down to the bottom over here, and double check this. Now, community base. Do not put images in here. Put your image on your computer if you have a computer and rename the file correctly. Put first name, put last name, put ID. Put first name, put last name, put social security card or SSC. Put first name, last name, POA. Why? One of the software heads is here. She will not refund you a GA if you make a mistake because you uploaded the wrong information. If you're over here, V, you can come off mute and say whatever you want.
Sorry. Thanks for saying that. I wish you were in the big community to say that, because everybody comes in there tripping. Hey, but it's your fault. It's not our fault that you messed up. We say, make sure you check the information before you generate. If you don't do that.
And we're showing you 2 ways to check the information. This is the first way. So if you're coming in here, you update your information, you make sure that you know that that's the proper ID, that's the proper social security card, that's the proper POA. If there is an error and this has been done correctly, V has no problem giving you a refund, right, V? But if you didn't do this and you come to us and you say, well, they didn't do that, you made an error. This is why we're going over this. This error right here, to double check this, takes you 2 seconds. Now, I'm going to show you another one. Click over here, come to the top, click client info. It takes you 2 seconds to double check your client info. Look, Here's the first name. Here's the last name. Here's the address. Here's the city, state, zip code, date of birth, social security. And here's all the tracking numbers. This is what's going at the top of your letter. It takes you 2 seconds to double check this information. Now, what happens if there's an error over here? Go back to your profile and go edit it. Because that's the best way that if you edit it here, it's not going to save it in your profile. Go back to your profile, save it in your profile, come back here and make sure it's right. Because now you've done a double check. You've done everything correctly. Okay. And by doing that, now you're able to push forward correctly. Make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. So now we have what our AI needs to turn on to generate the letters. I have it written down on my sheet. I go over here to Blast Furnace. I shut it off. I turn it back on. I select attack numbers. And I click, if this is my first attack in 30 days, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna stress this right now. If you generate an incorrect report, give me a second, AB. If you generate an incorrect report, in 30 days is when you generate another one. So you go back and you generate it incorrectly on round 1, you generate again round 1. You don't generate round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5 because you generated a report incorrectly. You generate it right there and then correctly. So what you do is you click Blast Furnace. Now we get our check boxes up. Guys, I'll make this shit easy for you. See this? This is the easiest way to make it. I literally check everything in red. I start going down. AB, come off mute. Ask your question before I start selecting this.
My man, this is golden. So basically it's in tiers. So you start with the first round, and then if that doesn't work, so
30 days later.
Right, 30 days later, and so it's basically you start from least aggressive to most aggressive, but taking that appropriate step, right? Like you said, every 30 days. It's not, oh crap, it's fucking a week later, I didn't hear anything. Let me go for the second. It's like, nah, hold on, give it 30 days, and then you go and attack more, right?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. That's how we do it. Hold on, that's fire. Okay, it's now what happens? Simple, easy. Green. I'm literally following the line right here, guys. I'm literally following the line. Public record, we got it. Inquiries, we got it. All other charge off and collections, we got it. Student loan 3+, we got it. Medical record, I don't have this. I have all other derogatory late 3+, and I have an all other delinquency late 3+. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. I know what's on this sheet. I've done this 100 times. So I just fly through this, but I would read each one. No, I don't have it. No, I don't have it. I got it. No, I don't have I have it. No, I don't have it. Yes, I have it. No, I don't have it. No, I don't have it. Yes, I have it. That's exactly what happens. Once you get into the motion that you know that, then start banging them out real quick. Okay? This process should take you no more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Dre and I have already timed this. This process should take you no more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, while we know what's here, I'm going to show you the basic way, and then I'm going to show you advanced disputing. So the basic way would say, count your boxes. Everything in blue totals 6. AB, I'm going to ask you this. So come off mute, and I want to see if you understand this. Because if you understand this, I think all the because you've been very good on coming off mute. So thank you. I appreciate you. So that's why I'm picking on you. So
yeah, no doubt.
If everything in blue totals 6, every individual green box totals 3. So if I select one blue box, what is the total?
I'm sorry, repeat that question. You broke up.
If I select one blue box, what is the total for how many boxes I selected?
Oh, you selected 1, so it's going to be 1, no?
No. See, that's why everybody gets confused. No matter if I select one box, one blue box, or all the blue boxes, it will always total 6.
Okay.
Okay, so now I have one blue box selected. What's my total?
It's 6.
Okay, I have each individual green box totals 3. What is my total for the green boxes selected?
14? Since it's 3 for each box?
3, 6,
If
9,
I did my math correctly?
3, 6, 9, 12,
14, 16.
15,
Huh?
18.
Check.
Count again. I want to make sure you understand that. Count again.
And he says perfect. three per box, right?
Times 3.
3, 6, 9. Yeah. It's
18, right?
It's 18, yeah.
18.
I just have to bust out the calculator. Yeah, it's 18.
Plus 6.
So in total, we're looking at 24.
Exactly. That would be the first box that you select over here, which is 24. Now, because we know what we're selecting, we don't need to select the 6 for personal information. All we do is come over here and select the green. So now what's my total?
So it's going to be 21.
Attaboy. Perfect. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Perfect, Rika. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Joe, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we got a couple of yes. If somebody doesn't understand that, please come off mute. Tell me that you don't understand that. Perfect. Nobody's coming off. All right, let's go. So here's where I'm going to teach you guys something different than the software. I want you to focus here. If you did this attack this way, your software is fine. This is letting the software choose the aggressiveness of your file, right? Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's change it a different way. Now, what I did was I spent a lot of time in the software, learning about the software and understanding how the software works. So let's run this back. Watch this. I'm going to select this. I'm just going to pop up the box. I'm going to close it. Count how many boxes. Just count the boxes. How many are in green here?
2.
Perfect. What's in this box right here?
10.
10.
Perfect. So if we got 2 and 10, right? I'm going to close this down. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to the next attack. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. What's the difference?
The number of items on the letter.
Number of items on the letter go down. And how many green boxes are selected?
8.
3.
So we suggest that it's getting more aggressive as each round goes on?
Absolutely.
Okay. So if we know that each round is getting more aggressive, right? We understand that each round is getting more aggressive by understanding these 2 boxes. We've had people, and V can attest to this, and Dre can attest to this. Both people in here right now can attest to this. We've had people who went to round 6 and sent out round 6 before. Right, V? What happens when they send out round 6? Oh, I got results. Do I just stay at round 6? The reason you got results is very simple. If I go to round 6, look at the difference in the boxes.
Oh, dang.
I just taught you how to do the green boxes properly, so you don't need anything in blue. And as you can tell in round 6, they're not even prioritizing the student loan and the medical delinquencies. They're just adding it in the blue boxes for 6. Can you see? We see this? So
Yes.
now we're getting rid of this, and we're looking over here at this magical number, items per letter. So when we look at items per letter, okay, this is a big deal here. Why do we look at items per letter? The credit bureaus know how to distinguish a credit repair company from a personal company. It's very simple. And why do I know this? Because when they're running it through the eOscar system, the eOscar system has an AI built into it now. The AI counts how many disputes are going through. Do you think an actual person that's never done credit repair before is going to dispute everything at once?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Why would they not do that, AB? I love it that you said that. Why would they not do that?
Well, I would assume, they may not understand the whole process. They may think that they have to do one at a time. That's what I would assume.
That is the best answer I've heard in a long time, because that is the truth. They're afraid. They're afraid of how they're actually going to dispute. And because they're afraid of actually how they're going to dispute, what happens is they just dispute one file at a time. We call it the Lexington Law method. So when they do that, they're like, okay, let me just send one round out and let me test it and let me see what's going on. How many people have tried that? Show of hands or something. Give me something. Nobody? Nobody's tried to send out at least. Thanks, V. Now I know what it means to be on the other side of you going through when I'm sitting there just doing shit for you. Okay, I get it. It's payback's a bitch. So anybody that's tried that understands that when you're doing one, you're just kind of shaking the tree, but they get it. They look at the formatting, they look at everything on how the file goes out. When they look at the formatting on how everything goes out, they really start to hone in on what you guys are doing. So now, what we tend to do, and the software company knows this, we know this because we started looking at the attacks. We started diving into the attacks. And why, as the attacks went on, was it getting more aggressive? Where they started putting less items on the sheet because they understood immediately that was going to happen. They understood immediately by doing 3 and below that it's going to make it look like it's coming from an individual person. Now, they can't stop anything for the template of the letter, meaning the format, how the letter's formatted, but they can show that it's coming from an individual person by changing on how many items is disputed. So what is the old antigen of what we know that how many items is disputed that the Bureau will look at? Well, I know personally, and I can tell you the software knows as well, is they did round 6. Look at round 5. Between 4 items, between 5 and below, is exactly where you're going to stop looking like a credit repair company and start looking like an individual person. And you're going to start to be able to dispute the items like that. So what I did was started looking at this. I started to say, we start our first 3 rounds over here. Close. In round 1, we do our selection. Boom, 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 boom. Start our selection. We count our boxes. It's 21. We put our items at 5. We start our items at 5. Why? Say you want to rock at 5 for all 8 rounds. You can rock at 5 for all 8 rounds. It's not going to hurt you. If you want to get aggressive, you can go to 4, you can go to 3, and you can go to 1. You can go straight down to 1 if you wanted to. All this has a different cost to it. But why do I say start at 5? Because you're already coming in. You could do the first 4 rounds at 5. No problems, no issues, no nothing. Okay? Now you hit next. And now you're ready to generate your letters. Now, Dre, did we have anybody here was bankruptcy? Was Kai bankruptcy? I remember her. Kia, not Kai.
No, she didn't have a bankruptcy. It was nobody on this one from no.
Okay. All right, cool. So, because we know what just happened, right? If you generated this letter, besides the bankruptcy not being full, right? This letter's perfect. This is ready to go. This will be what we suggest would be one of the better ways that we're seeing you getting results. Now, give me 1 second, AB, and I'll hit with you. Okay? There's something that I noticed, and I will do it just in this class to show you guys the difference. I'm going to generate 2 letters. I'm going to generate 1 in black and white, and I'm going to generate 1 in printed color, and then I'm going to show you the difference of the letters. So, this one we're going to generate in color. Yeah, V. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. I was like, yeah, V, I see you. So when we generate 1 in black and white, I'm going to generate it exactly the same way and show you the difference of what they get. And this is something I just picked up last week. If you generate 1 in black and white, 1 in color, you're going to see this. I don't need the rest of the letters. Hey, B, while this is generating, talk to me.
This is some clever shit. So I was doing some research on like the CFPB and how they're closing off. So I was looking at like some different companies that would use AI. And the reason why I say this is some clever shit is because the way they would attack it, so they were saying like lenders have this system, right? So if they have like whenever the AI sends out the dispute letter, if it's so generic or it doesn't seem like something that's different, it automatically declines it. So the reason why from my research was because of the way they attacked it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't attack it in such a clever way. It was really sloppy, which once they sent the letters
difference. Watch the difference. I'm going to show you the difference by just changing black and white and color. I didn't pick this up until recently. Talking about what you're talking about, even the software knows to change the template of the letter for black and white.
This is clever shit, man.
This shit is bananas. So come over here. I'm going to do it myself again. I don't need to do printing and mail. Oh, they're going to spy. Oops. Select over here. I'm going to do the same thing. Boom, boom, boom. Exact same thing, exact same dispute, just to show you guys. I'm going to do the same thing, 21 letters. I'm going to do 5. Default, default, default. No. I'm going to hit next. The only other option I'm going to change, I'm going to click the 3 bureaus, and I'm going to click print black and white. Ready? I haven't done anything else. Did anybody see me do anything else?
No.
I'm going to click generate. We're going to have 2 sets of letters. I'm going to show you them back to back. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm literally going to show you. I'm going to split my screen and I'm going to show you the 2 different letters. I'm going to pick the exact same letter going to the bureau. I'm not going to change it. As soon as it downloads, it'll be good. FYI, did anybody see how quick that was for me to generate a letter? That was less than 45 seconds. Once you know what you need to do, it's less than 45 seconds. It takes longer to generate the letter than it did to pick all the AI to turn everything on. So this one I'm gonna write this one. I'm gonna put black and white next to it. Now, ready? Now that downloaded, here's the thing. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open up both of these back to back. Close this. I'm gonna open up this. So now we have 2 open. Here's the black and white. Here's the colored one. Okay. As we can see, it generated the same exact number of letters. Can everybody see that? It generated 36 on each one. I'm sorry. Yeah. You get the camera to stop you or you? Okay, I got you. So now I'm going to open up PI, just the first letter. Here's the black and white. Here's the color. Oops. Okay. Now. Ready for this, guys? Can anybody see a difference right off the bat?
When you told me this and I did it, I was like, what the?
Look at this. Look at this. Even the pages are different.
Whoever coded this, they need to code me a smart home, a car, a plane. No, this is
You see what we're doing over here, guys? Literally taking it down, and you're looking at it from 2 different aspects. Now, what's happening right now? V and I both know, and Dre know, all 3 of us know right now, y'all are getting stall letters. Why are you getting stall letters? Because we are bombarding legitimately, and I know for a fact because of how much printing I'm doing, we're literally bombarding everybody with this fucking letter right here. You telling me that Oscar hasn't picked that shit up yet? It
And I
picked that
shouldn't be
shit.
sharing this on training, right?
What?
I shouldn't be sharing this on training, right?
What do you mean? What, the stall letters? You can share whatever you
No,
want. This
the
one's good.
switch.
If you want to share it on training, or you can just send them to me. I'll share them on Fridays. That's whatever you want me to do.
I told you. Yeah.
So
Okay.
now
I'll play it.
look at this over here. They're seeing this. What does this look like, a template letter? Absolutely not. It doesn't look different than the other one. It looks like a normal person just wrote this, which means they just went into Word document and just literally wrote this. Now, for this little piece of information that's added over here, you can add the credit report yourself in a Word document. It doesn't look like this. It's not highlighted. And when we print this, and just to show you guys what this would look like in black and white, right? Let's get that setting in black and white. Here it is, because my printer automatically is formatted to black and white. This is what it looks like in black and white. So now all these highlight sections look like this in black and white. So you're telling me that the EOSCA can't pick this shit up? It'll pick this shit up in 2 seconds. We know that. We knew that stall letters were going to happen. That's why they said the first 4 rounds that go in, to get past that judgment period, you have to do something different. Now, what are you doing? Anybody that's coming in here is looking for advanced. They're not looking to do the shit the same way every time. So how do you change what you're doing? Well, you got to dispute black and white. You got to dispute color. You've got to know what's going on in your system and how you're managing it. If you want to run the first 4 rounds in black and white, run the first 4 rounds in black and white. Try to get the eOscar system to push yourself away from that. So by doing this, now you have your system that's set perfectly. And now if they give you a stall letter, you already know you're not getting a stall letter based on template. Getting a stall letter based upon whatever they feel that they have to. And they are allowed to give you 4 stalls a year. So they're just trying to stall you out at that point. Now, when you get in past those 4 stalls, what happens? Bingo, you can start hitting them with the colored shit. And you can start going ham on what's colored and how this is laid out. Personally, I'm going to stay in black and white because I know it's generating more pages. It's generating more pages, and it's going to go ham on what it needs to do. The same software, guys. This is the same shit. This is the same software. We have a head of the software here. We're not talking to somebody that doesn't know. We're talking with people that know is generating something different every time to show you that the AI is doing something different immediately by doing that. We also know we're putting the aggressiveness up to 10 right off the bat. I am not waiting till round 6 to run the aggressiveness. I'm starting at round 1. So I have 8 rounds of pure aggressiveness going through. I'm not waiting for round 6 to get aggressive. I'm getting it right from the jump. But here's the best thing. When we create our aggressiveness the way that we are and we're selecting the items, the printing price doesn't change if you're printing with my company. It stays the same because there is no such thing as getting more aggressive. You've made your aggressiveness at the same bout for at least 3 rounds, 4 rounds, whatever you decide to go through. And if you go up to 4, well, we'll show you how to count it. That's what this file is over here. We'll show you how to count it right now to show you what that level 4 is and how that level 4 works, so that level 4 and level 3, so you're not really going crazy. Okay? So now that I just blew that, does anybody have any questions about the AI and what I just did? And, I just dropped a lot of knowledge on you guys. Does anybody have any questions about that?
No, sir.
No, that answered my questions for real.
All right, cool. Yeah, you came in a little late. I know you're a little behind. You good? She got that chat going. I'm good. Perfect. All right. Don't gatekeep. let's get this screen cleaned off. All right, and let's go back. So let's go over here. All right, let's go back to the software. Where's my software? Right here. Okay, now I'm gonna run this one more time. I'm gonna teach you guys one more thing, and then we're gonna get out of the software because I think unless there's any questions in the software, I think you guys have become experts after today. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this to select all just to pull all the data and hit next. Oh, there's something that I want to make sure that everybody understands over here. Next thing, I'll go back and touch this. Let me reset. Let me go here. Like I just heard Discord. Nothing on my end? Okay. These two boxes. These two boxes over here. Make sure this shit says default or 0. Why? Creditor letters. I had to implement a creditor letter form in the printing company because people are generating creditor letters. But here's the thing. In reporting, they don't have to update their address as a creditor. I don't ever have to go to the bureau and update my address when I'm reporting. As long as I can receive data through eOscar for my negative item, I don't have to tell you where my file is. FYI, as horrible as that may sound, you are going to waste a ton of money in letters. And trust me, I get people who complain about it all the time. Well, why did it generate 90 letters? Well, first and foremost, if you're selecting this AI sample over here, give me a second, I'm going to go back and reset. If you're selecting maximum mixed over here, it'll auto-generate creditor letters. That's why I don't tell you to do this. I tell you either do it yourself or maximum efficiency. Why? Maximum efficiency is everything in blue. You don't have to get into the software or rocket 1, 2, 3 with no creditor letters. These two will send out creditor letters. Look over here. If I stay over here, it should give me a pop-up. Here's the thing, and I know everybody can't see this, so I'll read it to you. Limited to 102 letters. Really gonna smack you over the head right at the beginning. Letters up to 5 main secondary bureaus, the big 3, and all the creditors with a limited of letter quantities. It will generate between 33 to 99 letters. I want to give you an idea. If I were to say that each letter roundabout cost about $6 to send out, at just standard mail, cost you about $6 to send out. At 100 letters, that's $600 that you have to spend in printing. Now, that's my cost, okay? If you go do it yourself, yeah, it's going to be a whole lot less. But here's the thing. Even if you go do it yourself, do you want to send out 100 letters per round? Heck no, tech no. Heck no, tech no. You don't. So hence why we don't do this. We verify and pick how many letters we want to send out, and that's why I'll show you right now how we can count the letters that are going out. So I come over here, I've selected all my stuff, I get the thing, I select all. Again, make sure that 0 or default is 0, and I hit next. Here's the letter count. This one took me a while to figure out. This one took me a bunch of GAs burning to figure this shit out because I had to do the count. But there was a point when the software was working that it actually didn't do it correctly. On one item, it wouldn't do it properly. So let's do high positive items. Let's get this and I'll take a screenshot. Oh, Big Henry's here. Micah, did you let Mona in? Okay. Did I select the right? Oh, I selected me. Yeah, that ain't gonna do us any good. I don't got enough negatives. Oops. Oops. I just got inquiries. That ain't gonna help. So I'm gonna touch base on this. If you're in our community, both mine and Dre's community, I don't suggest doing inquiries in the software. And it's not that I don't like inquiries in the software. You're paying for something that you can do later in the future. Okay? You're paying for something that you can do later in the future. Dre has a 24-hour removal. I have a 24-hour removal. It's Dre's. I just rebranded Dre's to mine. Okay? So literally, we give you a script. Okay? You go in, you call the bureau, and you get it done over the phone. The thing that we say to you is why you don't want to do it into the software. The software is going to take an obscene amount of time and it's going to waste letters. I don't care if you do it after your negative items are removed, but we are not focusing on 55 points when we're doing this right now, especially on your FICO score. The FICO score only shows 55 points. How do I know that? Dre, this is what I was going to show you. Look at this. This is the new progress report. And in my new progress report for our software, here's the breakdown for each one. Here's your FICO score. Here's your Vantage score. Same 350, the same 550 points, right? Here's your breakdown. When you're looking at it, it's 10% of your new. It's under new credit. The inquiries are under new credit. What's 10% of 550 points? Here it is, 55 points. Right here. It's right there, guys. We break it down. New credit, same thing. It's only 60 points on Vantage. So why are you going to spend an obscene amount of money on 60 freaking points?
Does that make sense, guys? I want to drive this home to Rika, Fasal, and Hint. AB, yes, you too. But you two, does that make sense on why we make our clients do the inquiry removal process before we run them through the software? Because why the hell would we pay to get those removed? Some people in here are doing this as a community. I mean, as a business now. Why would you do this if you're doing this for other people? Why the hell would you take money from your profit when you can go ahead and do that for free with the free methods? Does that make sense, guys? So Fasal, Rika, and Henry, does that make sense? Use
Yes.
the free methods
Yes.
first.
Yes, sir.
And double back, use the software, click everything else off.
This is here's your breakdown, guys. I want you guys to understand this. This is your breakdown. Your breakdown is a total of 400 points on FICO. This is 210, and this is 445 points. Over here, this is 360 something. Okay? 360 something. That's your breakdown of what you're going at. Now, I'm going to ask a question to the community right now and everybody that's in here. When you're doing credit repair, does your score go up?
No. Firstly, it go down, then it go up.
Ooh.
Great job.
Ooh.
Great job.
Ooh.
My guy right there.
Ooh.
See, that's one of my, okay.
Is that one of your VAs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, he's learning.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask him why? Does he know that much yet? Or
Go for it. Go for it. Why?
Faisal, why?
Sir, because there is a lot of changes on the credit report when you dispute some items. First of all, account history got changed, so it go down. First of all, when all the things go off, then it go up, sir. I have seen such kind of changes with some clients.
Bravo. Bravo. Wow. Wow, Dre, you did great with him. Wow. I'm going to break it down to everybody what Faisal just said, and I'll explain it to you in depth. When you're disputing a file, you're removing all this information, payment history, amount owed, new credit, credit length, all that stuff. So when you're removing it, you're going back to zero, net zero, which is that 300 score. Okay? Where the credit bureau cannot actually calculate a score because you have nothing on your account. That's why I tell everybody it's better to rob a bank and go to jail for 10 years than screw up your credit. Because literally, and I know this, I'll show you my credit report. Okay. I would have 16-year-old trade lines right now if I kept stupid Macy's cards open and Chase cards and not screw them up when I was 18. I'd have 16-year-old trade lines right now. You know what it means to have a 16-year-old trade line at 36? Woohoo, baby. That's money in the bank. So when you're doing this, okay, we're teaching financial literacy as well. We're not just fixing people's credit, we're teaching how to set them up for the future. So how do we set them up for the future? We're going in and we're showing them this. We're explaining to them, you're going to eventually go down. You may not always go up. You're going to go down, but that's okay. When you go down, we have the route to build you up. And that's what we're focusing on. Make sense? Henry, makes sense? Because you're off camera right now. So just give me a nod, brother.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Hey, B, you got that?
Sorry, I'm here at work. Can you repeat that?
When you're doing credit,
Mhm.
the score can go down first before it goes up. Make
Oh
sense?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Perfect. All right, we got that. Let's move back over here. Let's do this calculation of credit. This next piece is important. And then I'll move into the funding software or the basis of the funding software. And then we'll open up the floor for any questions before the day is over. V, I appreciate you staying here this long. I know you busy, girl.
No worries. I took out time today. I told you when we talked, I needed to be on this to see what's going on.
I ain't seen you in a while, Coach V. I ain't seen you in a
I
while.
know. And I see why you're over here learning and getting all this good,
Real
good
quick,
energy over here.
Did you know
real
Dre
quick,
and I partnered up?
Mm-mm.
real
Dre's
quick.
my business partner, FICO Forge.
Coach
Good.
V,
That's amazing.
she used to she was doing all the coaching calls on Dion's, and I remember her. I used to be bugged. Coach, you remember all the times I'll be bugging you. Like that's what you guys have to do when you guys come on these calls. Please ask questions. This was about like I don't know, Coach, because I know she coaches a lot of people, but this is about like a year and a half, 2 years ago when I first started with this stuff. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I remember.
She was first teaching, like she was the one who's doing it. Now there's other people doing it. But if you guys come in and ask freaking questions, you're gonna graduate just like I did. Make sense, guys? Now I'm doing this. Now I have my own community. Now I'm showing you guys this stuff. Does that make sense? But it comes in serious being tired of depending on other people. They can't even read a fucking report. Just being transparent. Makes sense? They don't know what a fundable report looks like. Makes sense? So come get this work, guys. Ask questions. Get this work. Go ahead, Alex.
So I'll tie into that one as well, Dre. Coach V was my coach when I started printing. I started joining her every single class. I used to join 3 times a week.
Me too.
And now I'm giving my own class because that's exactly what we do. But I'm also an explorer. So let's grab this real quick over here. I like to explore the software. Now, really get in depth of what's going on. I'm trying this a little bit different today, guys. So let's make this real big. And I don't mean I'm gonna do everything the same, but I'm doing inquiries to show everybody the inquiries too. Okay. Let's control V this. Beautiful. Let's make this a big screen. Can everybody see all those colors there? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this up. I'm gonna break this up into categories. ABS about the categories. I'm gonna break this up into categories. So this first category is personal information. Let's start this over here. This next one, public records. Let's put that over there. Okay. Now I'm gonna break this up into rounds of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've never done the inquiries before, so we're doing the inquiries just to do that today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just making it easy to count. That's why I'm doing 5. There's no rhyme or reason to 5. Okay. Let's get rid of this crap over here. Okay. La-ti-dee-la-ti-tum. If anybody ever watched Space Jam before, they know that that's from that. When Bugs is taking a shower. Okay, let's do this over here. This over here. Last one's over here. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum, ba-bum. And then these two are charge off. And the reason that these two are charge off is because we know that we went in the software, we double checked that. Okay. So now, does everybody get how that's been broken up into categories? Does that make sense? Okay,
Yes.
Let me move this here. Just do this up. I want to move this like this. Let's move this here. I'm stretching this out on the paper. So we have this. Bum. Make this a little more visible. Okay, and not on top of each other. Okay. All right. Perfect. Does everybody get that? That's your broken up categories. So let me ask you a question. Let's go here. How many negative items do we have total? Well, let's start. How many negative items is here? And this one over here. How many negative items? I'm gonna write it in purple. How many negative items is in this category right here?
1.
Perfect. Good job. 1. How many is over here?
1.
Perfect. Now how many is over here?
21.
Perfect. Over here?
5.
Perfect. Over here?
7.
7. Perfect. And over here?
4.
Perfect. And over here?
2.
Perfect. Everybody got that. So we understand negative items. We understand that each of these singular items is one negative item. Okay. Now we're going to do the breakdown the software does when we're selecting the red, green, and blue boxes. When we're selecting that negative item portion on the bottom. Okay. When we're selecting that negative item portion on the bottom, when we're doing this, how do we break down and do our letter counts? We know how many letters are going to be spit out by the software. We know how to calculate this. We absolutely know how to calculate this. And it's simple. If I have 10 negative items, okay, per 10 negative items per letter, how many letters is the first round going to spit out? And I'm going to do this in a separate color. I'm going to do this in red.
3.
Who said 3?
Me, Rika.
Why 3? She is right. She's not wrong.
Because it goes up to the 3 credit bureaus.
Atta girl. But just give me for one bureau. How many is it for one bureau? You're 100% right.
1.
1 letter per bureau. Good job. How about this one?
Oh, I'm trying to train them right, bro.
That was surprising. I wasn't expecting. I was like, wait, hold on. Why 3?
Yeah.
How about this one?
1.
Perfect. Now, here's the tricky one. This one.
3.
Yeah.
Because it will go sent out to the 3 bureaus.
No. Just
We don't send the letters for the...
We're only focusing on 1 bureau. I'll show you how to do the 3 after. So how many letters would this be if I sent it out to 1 bureau?
1. And for either all in the 1 letter.
Nope.
3.
If we're going who said 3?
Me.
Gotta go, Rika. Holy shit.
Go.
Rika, why?
Because all the 21 inquiries will be separately going out to the 3 bureaus.
No, you're wrong. Okay, good. You got 3 right. So everybody, we're focusing on one bureau right now. We're not going to focus on all three. I'll show you how to calculate all three at the end. We're just focusing on one bureau. So if we have letters, 3 is the right answer, but now we have to get the Y. There's 10 letters per round. So 10 negative items per letter. Here's 1 letter. Here's 2 letters. These are total 10. Here's another letter. So that's total 3 letters. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Same thing here. How many letters is this one going to be?
1.
2.
Why,
There is
Kia?
3.
You said 2. I heard you. I saw you. Now I'm going to get you. Why 2?
No, it's 1.
Atta girl.
It's 1. Sorry.
And this one, and okay, now I'm putting you on blast. Why, what's this one?
It's 2 because it's more than 5.
No, we're not doing 5 yet. We're doing 10.
Oh,
it's
it's 1.
Atta girl. And
It's
this one?
1.
And this
1. 1.
Perfect. At 10, you see how it reduces the letters? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 is 9 times 3 equals 27. Correct? Did I do my math correctly, ladies and gentlemen?
Yep.
Give me a yeah, not yep, perfect. So now everybody that was saying 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and this one would be 9 is 27. 27 right there. That's how we figured that out. So everybody that was doing 3 beforehand, that's how 3 works. Now, when I said 5, now we're going to do 5. Now I'm going to screw some people up. This is where I screw them up. We're going to do 5 in green. Okay? How many letters is these 2 over here?
1.
Who said 1? 1? Rika, good job. This one over here is 1? 1.
1.
Perfect. Kia's got it. She's like, I ain't getting this wrong again. I ain't letting him put me on blast. How many letters is this one?
5.
5.
Perfect. Yeah, we're getting it, team. Okay, and this one?
1.
1 left.
1. And this one?
2.
2.
Everybody's getting it. And this one?
1.
1. And this one?
1.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, correct?
Yes, sir.
12 times 3 is 36.
30. Yes, sir.
Well, let's double check. Did we generate 36 letters? Oh, shit, it works. Oh, shit, my math works. Oh, shit, I know what I'm doing. Oh, shit, I know what I'm doing. I just proved it. I just had to. That one was too easy. Now, let's go 4. I'm going to do that one in orange. Let's do 4. How much is this one? 1.
1.
I'm just watching Kia. Kia's basically
1.
giving. I'm going to give you sign language, bro. This one over here.
6.
Was it 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It is 6. Perfect. This one?
2.
2.
Mhm. This one?
2.
2.
Perfect. And this one?
1.
And this one is going to be?
1.
So how many extra letters do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 6?
14 and
14. 14. So 2 extra letters times 3 is what?
42.
42. There you go.
42.
Now, the most aggressive round includes 3. We know that in the software when we're running around 6, 7, and 8 are including 3 negative items per round. Let me unzoom my camera real quick. Let's put that in. Let's put that in. I did red. Let's do this dark blue. So how many over here? And over here? Well, let's break this down. Here's 11. Oops.
11.
Hold on.
7.
11?
Yep.
7. 7.
This one's 7
we're
or
doing-
11? 1,
11,
2,
el-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7.
7.
Who's 7?
Yes.
oh, 7,
Yes.
my
Yeah,
bad.
7. You know, that's okay. That's why I counted. I just wanted to double check. I was like, 11 sounds a little high, but I just wanted to double check it. 7. Over here?
So it will be 2.
Perfect. Over here?
It will be 1, 2, 3. 3,
There we go. Here?
2,
And here?
1.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 17.
Yes.
Times 3,
51.
51 letters. That is your last 3 rounds. And that does not include the BK over here. I want you to understand, guys, we're not including the extra 11 letters on the BK over here. We are not. We are just including the basis of what the software would generate on the basis of what it will be without the extra 11 letters. 51 letters. With the extra 11 letters, it will be 60 some odd. It's 67. Now, if you want to do Lexington law, it's 133 letters. But there it is. This is, and again, guys, I want to show you something. These are all burn GAs. This is me burning GAs for you guys to teach you this. I've burned them all day long. I don't care. I don't care. I'll burn them all day long. As long as you guys understand and are getting deletions and doing what you need to do, I will keep burning them all day long. Because this is the whole point, is understanding this, understanding how to make money in the software, and understanding how to do what we just did. This is big stuff. This is really big stuff. Because now you're able. So why did I break this down for you guys? This comes on the other part. How to calculate how to charge your client. If I can calculate my what happened? I saw you pointed, V. What?
Oh, nothing. You're just dropping a lot of gems. This is good. You treat these people on this side of town very good.
When you do this and you know how much to charge your client, for example, if I charge you to print, if you figure it out and I charge you, say, $100 to print this data, right? Now, I want to make a profit. I know that my software GA cost me 40 and Ali charges me 100, so that's $140. How do I make a profit? I double it, times 2, 280. There you go. There's your profit. That's how you're making money. Now, you could do what Dre does, and Dre charges 5,000 up front. Okay? That's on Dre. That's what Dre does. But we are teaching you in the sense, when you get to the point where you're getting the deletions and you want to get rocket and rolling, you know what your base cost is. When you know what your base cost is, you're not worrying about printing, not worrying about employees, you're not worrying about anything. You're just worried about going out and marketing. This is how you know how to do that. And eventually, once you start getting more and more and more deletions, you make your price go higher. Why? Because now you have to include your marketing costs. You have to include all that other stuff in there, and that's how you blow yourself up. That's how you blow yourself up to be an expert in the industry. But you have to understand the product at the most minute level to be able to succeed in this game. I can dollar and cents my business. If you can't dollar and cents your business, you will never make a profit. But you have to be able to dollar and cents it. And by able to go in there and rip this apart by the AI, you'll know exactly what's coming in. You'll be like, look, I got 90 negatives. It's going to be 51 letters. I know what X, Y, and Z is going to cost. I can't give you pages because we don't have a breakdown for pages, but I can give you a basis right there of what the potential is going to be. And how crazy is that when you know what the potential is going to be? And that's what blows you guys up. That will blow your mind up. This is absolutely bananas on what we just dropped. And we didn't even, Dre and I, we just scraped the surface on this. Dre will give more as we go into the, our more in-depth stuff. But this is just for the software, how in-depth we're going in on the software on this basis right here. On what we're giving and what we're doing right here is giving that basic breakdown so you guys are succeeding at the highest level. The printing in black and white and understanding the difference in black and white and what's going to separate you from the other person that's sending that same letter out. This is everything that we're going through right now to show you that this basis right here is key. This breakdown right here is key. And I always save this every week. I'm going to save this again. Save as JPEG. And look, we did the FICO breakdown. Okay. I'm going to do, this is going to be full price break. Not price, full negative breakdown. If I could spell right, that would be nice. Okay, beautiful. So that's what we did. That's the basis of what we just did. Now we just did that breakdown. Now we know that. That's key. But why are we all in here? Why are we all in here? There's only one reason that we're in here. And that's what Dre, we always say. We want to play with other people's money. We want to play with other people's money. OPM, baby.
OPM, baby. OPM, baby.
Let's go. Let's get OPM. Let's get OPM. Let me log into the software. Ooh, that's for later.
Right, Henry. Right, Kia. Right, that's the goal. Right, we're so we can get our credits together, so we can go get OPM. Right, guys.
Well, we're gonna drop two big things. Dre and I are gonna drop two big things today. I'm gonna drop.
Absolutely, OPM. Got to leverage that.
You're in the community, right, brother, to get OPM, right?
Absolutely.
All right, brother. All right.
Let's go in. Let's log in. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna log into. Actually, let me do this. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for 1 second, guys. Now, while I log into our funding software, do me a favor, guys. Open up the floor for questions and any questions that you have, so that we can answer any questions that because I'm gonna stop working on the software right now and we're gonna focus on whatchamacallit. We're gonna focus on the funding software.
All right. So any questions, or we're gonna talk about funding now. Any questions when it pertains about funding or how to structure your report so you can go get funding? Any questions around that?
I have a question about the letters.
What's up?
Ask me.
Is there a situation where the first round and the second round does a lot of the work where it gets your credit back up, where you don't have to get to the fourth round?
Nothing is
Go ahead. Perfect, Dre. Go for it.
Nothing's guaranteed, brother. So so we're not gonna sit here and say that, yeah, you're not gonna ever have to touch the fourth round. If we say that, that's a lie. Because I'm gonna be transparent with you, and V is on this call. I don't know. I was crying to her. V, what the fuck, man? Ain't nothing happening, man. That was me. Seriously. I was upset. I was about to quit. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say, oh, the first couple rounds they're gonna clip off everything. No. What we can say is, if you stay at it, if you stay on schedule with it, it's gonna. I'm from personal, not reading a book, from telling you from other people, from personal experience. But you stay on their neck, it's gonna come off.
And if I can add anything, the way that you guys just broke it down, that's gonna help out a lot. You guys have really dived into the software as far as breaking it down and how many letters and how the type of approach. Like, I can't do that on my call because, again, people will come back, Coach V, the method that you provided us isn't working. It is, it can work for different credit reports. Everybody report is different. So, when you use these different type of approaches, it's hard to say, oh yes, this is gonna happen like this. But how these guys have just broke this down for you, this is insane.
And can I just add something real quick? Like, I appreciate how y'all just said that. And I feel like if I was in that position too and I'm working on people's credit, I'd let them know, hey, we're looking for any inaccuracies. So if something ain't right,
No. Don't say that.
well, no, I'm just saying in my mind, like what I
Yeah.
would, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm looking for. Now, I'm not going to tell our client that, but I know if there's an inaccuracy, it may take 5 rounds, but if it
No,
hit,
you
it's
said
gonna
that.
hit.
No. If there's an inaccuracy, you get with Dre and I. We send your ass to the attorney.
Yeah, because I ain't
That's
gonna
a
lie.
difference. When there's an inaccuracy, oh,
True.
Dre, I forgot to check on that.
I know.
If there's an inaccuracy, a
That's true.
true inaccuracy, where, and I'll give you a perfect example. I sat down with the attorney, right? And the attorney told me, he was in my office over here, and he told me, if there's a true inaccuracy, the true inaccuracy is a suable offense. It's illegal to have a inaccuracy on somebody's credit report because now you are affecting their livelihood.
Oh, say less. Yeah, we gonna tap it.
AB,
Say less.
AB,
Yeah.
case in fact, I have a client, and she's in the community. She has paperwork saying that, hey, this was supposed to be updated on my credit report, blase, blase. She has actual paperwork of it saying that it's supposed to be this way on my credit report. We look at her credit report, it's different. That is a true inaccuracy that everybody out here is trying to do, like that factual disputing and all that stuff. Guys,
Mm-hmm.
and we fucking did these things. Make sense? Now,
Mm-hmm.
wrong, yeah, we can catch them on that, but 9 times out of 10, we did these things. Makes sense? But when you have a true inaccuracy, that's when we can say bump all this, sending letters in, bump all that. We going to court.
Send them to the gulag. Yep.
Let's
Yep.
go.
See.
Does that
Yep.
make
That's so here's the thing. That's how we look at it. We're looking at it as, so guys, I want you to understand something. This is compliance. Look, zoom out, stupid camera. Wait.
hate that shit? Mine got to zoom out too.
I gotta. No, you zooming in, you out. So I'll show you something. Okay. I want to show you something. Where's my freaking Dropbox? You know what this is? This is a reporting file, ladies and gentlemen. This is the shit that they ask you for. Please explain to me how somebody will screw up your reporting if this is how they're filling it out. Yeah, right, V? Right? How did they screw that up? Like
Easy.
me. Oh, V, I'm going to let you in on the software when we build the other software. We're building a piece for this just so it auto-populates all the data. Oh, yeah.
Y'all are different.
I spoke with Steve, and Steve's going to help me set it up. So now, with all this shit over here, how do I know that? Well, here's the first gem that's getting dropped. Everybody that prints with my company gets free reporting. Everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you pay. You're getting free reporting. Why? We're going to set you up. We're going to set you up into the point where nobody else is going to be able to touch your business. You'll be able to get your client started immediately. Start to see success with them immediately. And why? Because you can put a new trade line on their account. That's a proper trade line that's never going to leave, right? That's never, ever going to leave. Because as long as you pay your printing, you don't got to worry about shit. Yes, AB, we're built differently. And you got, I don't know who AB stands for, but you got my initials. Those are my initials. I own that shit. So at the end of the day, we know this. This was the gem that we're dropping. Here's your credit application that everybody's going to fill out at the end of class. This is your credit application. That's starting for everybody that's here. Everybody that's here is going to get the credit application, and I'm going to be able to track it because you're in our communities. I'll be able to track it so I'll know when our first report goes in. And y'all come back to me and hit me up and say, Ollie, I got it to hit my Experian account. Now you're going to have a trade line built just for getting into the software, just for signing up with us, just for working with us. That's my thank you. I've been working at this for 8 freaking months. 8 months to get this. We finally got it. When you talk about setting yourself apart, now you're going to set yourself apart as a business. Blue ocean technique teaches you that if everybody's doing the same thing and you can't separate yourself, you're never going to make any money. But the minute you can separate yourself from somebody else, game over. You become inexpendable to every business and every person that you put your hands on. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, let's talk about funding. Okay? We built this software. Dre and I built this software. Dre, Micah, I, and Lily built this software. We built this software so that you guys can succeed. Right? Because why? OPM. You want to play with other people's money. But how the hell can you play with other people's money when you don't even know what the bank is looking for to succeed? How many people in here, raise a hand, throw a comment, come off mute, know what the bank is looking for to get person funding? Dre, you own the software, so shut up. Besides anybody else. Hey, you too, V. Nobody. That's the greatest thing that I can see. So now, when we come over here, we send you a link. The links are free. We're not charging yet. We're still in beta. We're listening to everybody in here that's telling us what we need to do to build this up. We've simplified the form. We've simplified everything. So when we come in here and we're ready for funding, I click the client's name. You're going to add a client. It's only 3 steps now. You literally put the personal information. You put the credit monitoring. You hit import. It's done. It'll take them right to their credit report. And here's your credit report.
Rinka, this is part of your this is gonna be part of your new task, Rinka, when we move over. So this is gonna be what you're gonna be doing.
When this comes in, you have your progress report, which I was just showing everybody over here what's going to be the new progress report, how it's going to look. What happened, V? You're going to have your progress report. You're going to be able to see everything here. And there's going to be more breakdown. We were working on this yesterday. Lily and I were sitting down with the developers yesterday, smashing them over the head because they're not moving their asses fast enough. Okay? Thank Lily, guys, because she's managing this shit. Lily's going to get this shit off the ground quick. She's going to smack some people around. You have your analysis letter. I'm going to be adding a couple of more analysis letters. I'm going to do 2 focuses on it. I'm going to do one as a credit repair focus, and I'm going to do the other one as a funding focus. Literally, the funding focus is built. The credit repair focus will be built after. Why? Because it came up to our attention that people that aren't ready for funding should have something that explains to them why they're not ready for funding. Got it? Case in point, built. Then you come to the underwriter. Now, what people don't know about me is I was an underwriter. I understand what the bank is looking for. I also have the banks come and sit here with me. I have the BRMs coming to sit here with me. Why? We have access to a community. When we have access to a community, this is why they come here. They come here to get access to the community because they want people. They want to give you money. Don't you understand this? They want to give you money because if they give you money, they make money on interest. When they make money on interest, they're happier than the pig and shit because you know why? They want to catch you in the trap. But we're not going to let them catch you in the trap, okay? Because the next thing that we have for you guys is going to be the reason why they don't catch you in the trap. So when you're ready for funding, and you come in here, and you see this and your check marks are across the board. I'm not ready for refunding. I gotta get back over here. I need my 24 months. That'll be June, July this year, August, maybe. Okay. Once I have that set up, I'll be ready for funding. Same thing here. We're gonna have this ready to rock and roll. And when this is ready to go, this is gonna be key case in point. This is gonna be sick. But when these check marks are all across the board, this inquiries, I have it set everything here as conservative. Why did we set it conservative? Because when you go to the bank and say you have a 700 credit score, right? Or we'll say 680, 682, and you pull an inquiry, right? That 682 can drop down to a 679, which makes you unfundable. So what do? We set you up at a 700. So if you pull, you keep pulling, your score doesn't drop too low, and what happens is you stay fundable and you stay to be able to get that money as quickly as possible. So that's what we do over here. Okay? Same thing with your utilization. We give you your utilization. We let you know what your utilization is and what your pay downs are. We tell you here. We tell you how old your accounts are. We tell you your highest credit limit. What's your revolving accounts at your highest credit limit? So you know what the potential is. Your potential right here, for me, this case, this is authorized user. My actual potential is this one. Okay? This AU was 40,000. It's the reason I was able to get high limit credit cards at the beginning, because I had an AU at 40 grand. It's also another reason with the breakdown, when I do over here, you can select just your thing. I also have a 35-year-old account. Ollie, how do you get a 35-year-old account? Simple. I'll talk to my dad. Hey, Pop, what's your oldest card that you have? Credit card. Oh, I don't know. I think the Sears card. I said, oh, can I get that for a second? Sure. Do you mind if you put me as an as I put myself as an authorized user on there? What is this? I explained to him. Oh, sure. Sure. I went on. I put myself as an authorized user. When the card came in the mail, I shredded it. I know Dad doesn't use it. I know he doesn't get it. That's why it's closed. But, well, Sears went out of business, too. Let's be real. There's nowhere else to go buy anything.
Right.
But, what?
You're right.
Sears went out of business, so there's nothing else I can do with it. But 35-year-old trade line? 35-year-old trade line? Guys, 515 credit score. That's what I started at. What's the numbers? 804, 798, 792. And that's only because I got balances. When all my balances are paid, I'm over 800. Because what? And I did a round of funding. That's why. Look over here. Here's the round of funding right here. All these cards. Right here. This is all funding. Now, you got to take this away because this is giving you individual per Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. It's giving you all that. But that did a round of funding. Here, 10K, 21, 23, 21. Look. Oh, well, that's Amex. Okay. Pentagon got 10K from. Federal Credit Union, I got 7,100. Another JP Morgan, I got 19. Where is it? US Bank, I got 5. Here, this is another JP Morgan. That's 19. 5,000 from US Bank. And I went through a round of funding. I'm gonna do another round as soon as my as soon as my 2 years is up. I'm gonna do another round. Because I'm gonna go for Bank of America. I'm gonna go for Citibank. I'm gonna go for Barclays. Why? Where's my air? There's nothing like walking around with $500,000 in your back pocket. There's nothing like walking around with $500,000 on your back pocket that I go to Dre. Dre, I need to liquidate this shit. Let's do it. Why? We got a business that we got to invest in. I need it cash flowing immediate. Look, Ollie, we can get it cash flowing in the next 60 days. Let's rock. Or let's liquidate it, get an SBA, use the SBA to pay the cards off, and now the SBA covers everything else. Who's teaching you this shit? Nobody's teaching you this. Take the cards over here. Take all the cards that we have. Use the cash back, because this is exactly what I did. Use the cash back. Go invest in the S&P 500. From the cash back. Don't use it to pay off your debts. Your debts are never debts. You shouldn't be overextending yourself. So you use that. Now you're creating wealth. You didn't even do anything. I just took what I'm normally doing every day, paying that off, taking the extra money, and going investing in the S&P 500. Dre, should we drop this new gem on their ass? V wants it? Okay. So Dre and I have been hard at work. We met with somebody.
This is, guys, before you say, guys, this is a game changer, guys. Not game changer, but this is going to be adding to the point of what we're trying to do. Get your credit together. So then this software, guys, let's not skip over the software. Before you get to the next gym, Ali, let's you guys understand this. I do funding. Our goal is to go into funding after we get our credit together. Guys, this software is making everything so freaking much easier. Like, it's hard. Like, when people come to you, am I ready for funding? And you have to literally go through what's going on with the report. When you use this software, guys, you can plug and play, and now it tells you what's going on with the report.
This has a client portal. I forgot to mention that. This has a client portal. You literally just let them log in and they'll be able to see their underwriting once it's approved.
Done deal.
You don't even have to talk to them about it. Hey, look, you see all those green boxes? Great. You see all those red boxes? No, you don't got shit. You're not ready. That's it.
Guys, now what if this software, somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, I want funding." What if you put them in this software and they're not ready for funding? What do we do with them? We downsell them to do credit repair. Then once their credit repair is done, now we bring them back up and get them funding. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Some chicken. All right, beautiful. So again, now what we're about to drop right now, guys, is what do we do after? Like, some people, Dre, I don't know what I'm going to invest in. I just don't know. Beautiful. Some of us, we're doing 3 of the people inside the community smart hustlers club. 3 of them, we're already doing a storage facility. So that's already in the works. All right, we're going to do a 102 unit storage facility. All right, that's in the works. But now what we're about to drop on you guys is, well, what are we going to put on there? How do we increase the value of that storage facility? Ali, go ahead, drop the gem.
Not even increase the value of the storage facility, increase the value of everything. It's taking the money that you guys have got. If you guys don't know how to invest it, because here's the case: idle hands do the devil's work. Idle money does the devil's work. What does that mean? Oh shit, yeah, that new TV, I could get it. I got 150K from Dre. I go put it on my business. Okay, no problem. Now you're down to 148. All of a sudden, now you start spending money you didn't have, and that's not cash generating shit. So what happens? You fall into a trap and you fall right back into the same thing that you did before. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're literally going to be able, you get that money, we're placing you with somebody immediately. What we did was we found a vending machine company and partnered with them. Now that they're going to give you the vending machines, you got to buy 4 of them. They're going to place them for you. So they're going to go out and do the footwork for you. They're going to find a place to place them. They're going to deliver the vending machine for you. They're going to put it there. All you got to do is program your prices and fill the bitch up. That's it. Cash flowing in less than a week. So, everybody in this community right now, everybody in this class, what could an extra $100 a day do for you? Profit. I'm going to break this down real quickly. I don't go base 31 days, 30 days. I do it 28 days. I go based on 4 weeks. Okay. There's 3 extra days to make money. 28 days. 28 days times $100 is $2,800. Okay. $2,800. That's every month. What can you do an extra 2,800? The extra 2,800? Okay, that's a mortgage payment for some of you in some of the states that you're living in. Okay, now let's go. Let's go to 200, ladies and gents. 200. That's $4,600. That's a car note. That's a car note in a house. That's a car note in the house. For everybody that has the dreams of aspirations of getting out the hood, getting out the area that you're living in, going into a place that you want to live in, getting out into the better places and the better communities around the people that have money, it's an extra $200 a day that you need to make. I'm giving you the roadmap right now. You ready for this one? $300. $300 is almost an extra $7,000 a month. What does $7K a month do for you? Grocery bills ain't no longer a problem. Grocery bills ain't no longer a problem. Buying clothes ain't no longer a problem. Okay? And I'm not talking about buying bougie clothes. I'm just talking about buying regular clothes. Looking decent, dressing your part, dressing who you are is no longer a problem. It's an extra $300 a day. I'm not talking about quitting your day job either. I'm talking about doing this amongst your day job. Okay? When does life-changing money happen? $500 a day. That's when life-changing money happens. Life-changing money happens at $500 a day. When you put yourself in that situation at $500 a day, it's almost $15,000 a month extra. What is $15,000 a month extra to look to each and every single one of you? I'm not going to tell you what the MLM companies tell you and all this stuff right now. I ain't going to go there. You know why? Because the MLM companies say, look to your left, look to your right, and only one of you is going to be successful. Y'all showed up at 3 o'clock on Friday to find out what's going on. Y'all showed up. So what's an extra $500 a day going to do for you? Every single person in here has a chance to be successful. What is it going to do for you? How is it going to change your life? How is it going to change? If you guys got kids, how is it going to change your kids' life? $500 a day changes everybody's life that you're around instantly. It takes that stress off of you. Yes, with that money, you still work a day job. I'm not telling you to quit because it's still possible to work a day job. That's what happens. Once you learn how to make 500 extra a day, 5,000 is easy, 50,000 is easy, 100,000 is easy. Because you laid the foundation to make one, and then it's just laying the foundation for the rest of them. Mentor that I hired taught me one thing. He told me to buy a bottle of water and to buy a private jet takes the same amount of thought process. That shit hit me like a sack of bricks. Because he was right.
100%.
He was right. I was like, damn. Because that is the truth. The same thought process takes, because all I got to do is come up with a product or have a product, know how to sell it, and know how to cash generate it. Once it cash generates it, it makes me money. Whether it's high ticket or low ticket, still does the same thing. This software, when we add the funding part, when we add our funding part into this software, you'll be able to start a funding business where now you have a high ticket item. So now you can have your vending machine company and your high ticket item, not amongst anything else that Dre and I are working on. Not amongst any other thing that we're partnering with. You want to make extra money? You got to get in the street. I ain't going to tell you that it's easy. Hell no. It ain't easy. But once you start generating, it gets easier. Because the effort, once you're generating, the effort is the same. V, let me ask you a question. Put you on blast real quick. Okay? When I started the printing company, how many classes did I come to a week?
At least all of mine.
Damn.
All of mine.
All of your classes. You're 100% right. All of your classes. When I started the printing company, I had 2 competitors that I had to go against. I had to be better than every single competitor. I had to be the best. Why am I telling you this? I'm not talking about printing. Who gives a shit about the printing? I'm talking about effort. The effort has to be there. Because once the hustle starts and you start going, it don't stop. Because once you set yourself apart and you raise the bar, people only want to work with you. People only want to deal with you. And this is how you start doing this. You start with your ground level, build your foundation. Build your foundation and you will start growing like wildfire. I promise you that. I promise you that. Laundry mats, whatchamacallit, vending machine businesses, funding businesses, whatever Dre and I are going to be putting together, like literally, you guys are going to get it, and you guys are going to go off to the races. Because what's the key to this? We're going to play with other people's money, and we're going to start cash generating immediately. Once you start cash generating immediately, nothing else matters because you'll be able to pay that card off. You'll be able to get an SBA loan, move all that data into the SBA, and now you're just using your business to pay off your loans. And now you really have nothing. You take that cash flow after the business is paid off. You take that cash flow, reinvest, take all that money out, go open up more businesses. And that's the key.
Anybody have any questions? AB, you said about that laundromat. We're going to be talking about, that's our next one. So after we close on the storage facility, which realistically it should be in April, because we're doing, we got to show them all the projections and all that stuff, but it should be in April. We're going to be focusing on a laundromat next. So again, our goal is to invest with 5 to 10 more members. Again, Smart Hustlers Club, I do not, and with Ali's team as well, but we do not want to be the richest people in our community. That's just not what I want. I want the richest community. So that means if we do business together, we grow together. Makes sense? That's why this doesn't stop with just credit repair. That's why it doesn't stop with just business funding. Makes sense, guys?
Absolutely. Like they say, there's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? No man's an island.
Exactly. No, we plan on owning, like seriously, like Ali would say the same thing. We're planning on owning a whole freaking city. But guess what? We know that's expensive. But then guess what? And also
it's cheap when we own it together.
It feels so much better when we can do this together. Makes sense? Well, guess what? I'm just not eating. It's all of us are eating. Does that make sense, guys? But it starts with your credit.
Ready for this? I got the best thing, Dre. I saw this morning. 340 units down in Florida. 340 units, $7 million. What's our 20% down payment, ladies and gentlemen? 1.4 million.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.4 million on 14 members is $100,000. On 14 members, it's $100,000. We just bought a $7 million with $7 million piece of property, right? That's cash flowing $340,000 a month.
Well, how much down? How much?
1.4 million, but that's 100,000 for each member.
Guys,
does that sound hard for 100,000 for each member?
This month, the community is up 120,000 in approvals. And it's not just me. It's go look inside the community, guys. 120,000 in approvals this month alone. Does that make sense, guys? So this is possible. This is possible.
Now we don't use our 100,000. I want everybody to understand this. We don't use our own money.
OPM.
We take the other people's money. Like, I'll show you here. Here, hold on. Dre, I know you're going to love this. We take this right here. This is the business card. We liquidate the business card. Okay? We liquidate the business card. We do that. We take that money. We go buy the unit. Now, when we get the loan, we can get the loan. And we use whatever's coming in to now pay our cards off. And now we don't have to worry about anything. Our cards go down. We get a massive amount of pointage, right? We get all these points. Okay. We get that cash back. We liquidate that cash back. And we go invest in the S&P 500. Or we go invest in a dividend stock. Henry, I'm watching your face, bro. It's just Henry's just like, damn, man. Like, he's like, holy shit. I see the gears turning. He's like, oh my God, it's possible. I want everybody to know that it's possible.
I tell you, brother.
Henry, listen, I just need these letters to go out. Like I was telling Dre, the business side is right. It's just the personal side because a lot of these places, they need a PG. And that's the issue. Once the PG is right, we on.
We got you, brother. We got
nothing new to me here with business. So I'm just trying to get this personal side right. It's been neglected for a while. So
I literally, my poster fell off the wall. So put this in the background. I literally, this is my motivation when I come to the office. This is my motivation when I come to the office. They go literally hanging over here. And it all the time. I know what needs to be done every single day. I know what it equals. Every single person should know where they want to be. Every single person should know exactly what I'm talking about. Literally, I'm getting an office space in New York. I was telling Dre about this. We're getting an office space in New York. We're trying for a 10,000 square foot office space. I've got ADT coming to teach you how to make money selling ADT. We've got the vending machine coming. We've got other things that we're going to be putting into the community for each and every single one of you. That if I don't know what to do with my money, here's the line to go make money. Here's that line. Here's that path. Because what did I just say to you before? Idle money does the devil's work. Legitimately. You think that this shit doesn't kill me sometimes? Oh, God. There's a Lamborghini calling my name and I can afford it right now. I literally can afford it right now. There's a lime green Lambo sitting at freaking Greenwich Lamborghini right now, 22 minutes away. A lime green Urus that I know my fat ass fits inside, okay, that I could go buy right now. But I know that if I'm teaching you guys something, I got to teach it to myself. Don't let this shit burn a hole in your pocket, one. And two, the biggest thing is, if you want to go buy something like that, you better have the asset to back it up. I don't care if everybody wants to buy a Lambo over here. I'm gonna come with you to the dealership. But you better have that asset to back it up to buy it. Hey, B, I saw you come off of mute. Talk to me.
No, I just heard Greenwich, bro, and I grew up in Connecticut, so that one hit home for me. I ain't gonna lie, seriously.
I'm in New York, brother. I'm 20 minutes away from Greenwich.
Man, oh man.
Yep, I'm 20 minutes away from Greenwich. I drive to Greenwich all the time. Lamborghini and Rolls Royce are right across the street from each other.
Yeah, I used to actually travel to Greenwich and walk around the neighborhoods just for inspirational purposes. Like, I'm gonna be here. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Damn right. Damn right. I do the same thing with my wife. I call it manifesting.
Absolutely.
I go manifest all the time. It's a 20-minute ride. And the 20-minute ride, there's more billionaire houses in that 20-minute ride than anything I've ever seen. You guys got to manifest the things that you want, the things that you need. You got to get out there. You got to understand that. And we got to get that credit right. We've done everything that we need to. We've showed you every opportunity, everything that you can, how to start your credit business, how to run your letters correctly, how to now take those letters, if you're doing them for yourself, put them into the software, figure out what you need to do, get your OPM, and go put them in a business. Like we're on a different level, guys. We are on a different level. Got to get it right. You have to get it right. Day in and day out. I'm not showing you this stuff for shits and giggles. We show you this stuff because we want you guys to succeed. I want to put out into the world that I've made more millionaires out in the world than I've made myself millions. Because you know what happens when you make millionaires? You'll eventually become the fifth. Put yourself around 5 millionaires. You'll eventually become the fifth. You guys may have something I don't have. I'll be honest with you. This is the God's honest truth. People don't know this. You may have a business that you're ready to rock and roll or have something that you just need a little more push. And you may become a millionaire. All of a sudden, hey, Ali, look, I know you helped me on certain day. Do you want to invest in this next project that I'm getting in? Fuck yeah. I told Lily works for me. I told Lily, she got a makeup company. I told her, I was like, if you got anything that you need me to get into, let me know. I want to get in with you. Lily just started working for me 3 days ago. I told her that already. Because that's how you do it. That's how you make money. Put yourself in around the right people, and you will start moving. So last thing, I'm gonna open up the floor for it because I see people are dropping off like flies. So let's get it. Henry, what you got?
Is it better to buy a business that is already set up or to like start from scratch?
Always buy a business.
I'll tell you that. Buy a business, brother. 1,000,000 bazillion, quadrillion, trillion percent. Buy a goddamn business that's I'm 1,000,000%. Buy a business that's already cash flowing. I'm gonna drop some more sauce on how to locate businesses.
I'm literally doing it right now.
What?
I'm literally doing it right now on the computer screen.
But I'm gonna go in depth on different methods on how we use to find businesses that are in trouble or something like that. But we definitely gonna buy businesses that are cash flowing business already. You can go. Here's one right now. Biz buy
sell. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna show you something. Here, must have seller financing. This is my favorite. Oh, guys, this magical tab over here is the best tab in the freaking world. Must have seller financing, because what happens is the seller will take a certain amount from you, so you don't even have to have a massive amount of money, right? Oh, zoom out. Stupid. Okay. And then I can pick whatever business I want. I literally can pick whatever business I want. Look at this. Whatever business I want, and it tells me what it's cash flowing. Look right here, Henry. This turnkey cafe in prime Soho location, this Manhattan, is cash flowing $125,000. It's already telling it, and this has all got seller financing. Established gym, hockey training fun center in Staten Island, $145,000. This is all cash flowing stuff already. You're making money.
Okay. Now let me tell you why I asked the question, because when I'm in Boston, obviously there's a lot of businesses around already, but when I'm in the Midwest, Omaha to be specific, there's a lot of land. Like right out here the window right now, I could take you guys and show. It's a big ass piece of land where you could put a gas station, a laundry mart, you could put a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why I was just asking.
Work your way up to that. That investment that you're gonna need is gonna be big. It's gonna be $5, $6, $10 million to build that shopping center. Okay? To do that. So what you do is, if you have a cash flow, let me explain this just very basically. If you have a cash flow, right? What you do is you open up LLCs, you get your cash flow in those LLCs, and then you pay it up to your parent company. You let them pay all their expenses. Those LLCs don't make money. You pay it to your parent company. Your parent company now has the big pot. Okay? You take the SBA loan against the parent company. The parent company can then invest it into the new LLC of whatever it's doing. In this case, it will be a real estate company or real estate building management company that's building this building. And then when it builds the building, you use the SBA, will fund 90% of your business. All you need to do is have 10%. But because you have a cash flowing parent company that's making profit with no expenses, your bank account is going to be ginormous. And because it's ginormous, okay, that's how you make the money.
Does that make sense, Henry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a good reason, and just to keep it short and sweet, my reason for buying a cash flowing business already, brother, it's 9 times out of 10, a lot of businesses have issues. Like a startup business has issue longevity. So if you find a business that's already cash flowing, that gets rid of that headache of, okay, I gotta find marketing, I gotta find people to know my name. Did I pick the right location? All this jazz. If you find something that's already cash flowing, your only job is to, how can I add revenue to this? Because again, commercial real estate is priced differently from residential real estate. Residential real estate is, if it's in the ghetto, you're gonna get ghetto prices. Makes sense? If you sell it, you're gonna get ghetto prices for residential. That doesn't matter if it's a big duplex. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. If it's in the ghetto, nobody wants to live next to some gunshots and all that. Nobody wants to live there. But if you buy a commercial real estate, that's valued on how much revenue is generating. So again, if we buy a turnkey and it's already profiting, our only goal is to add revenue to that. That's why, like these storage facilities, we looked at it strategically. This one doesn't have any vending machines. We're gonna place vending machines there. We're gonna sell snacks, juice, all that stuff. We're also gonna start selling box locks and tapes there. So that's another source of income. Somebody in our community has a a moving truck company. We're also going to partner with them and U-Haul. Why? When they come in, don't they need to move stuff? Yeah. Well, when you go over there, we get a third of that. Don't you need insurance for your stuff? Yeah. Okay. Well, when you go over there to ABC Insurance Company, we get a third of that. Now, don't you want to? Don't you have a boat, a RV, something like that? All right, we're gonna charge all these extra income. That's gonna boost that price up. Again, we're like splitting this price up. If we do an SBA 5, all these SBA, we're gonna put a lower cost down using OPM. We're using OPM to start to get this, but once we get it, it's already cash flowing. Does that make sense? Our only one goal is to add revenue to this acquisition. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Now, when you go this route, now your second investment can be wherever the hell you want to do. I personally, I will go try to get at least 2 to 3 of these cash flowing businesses. That way, you're setting yourself up beautifully. Now, if anything, we're all future business owners or business owners. We all know shit is gonna go sideways. Makes sense. Now, hopefully, we can make sure it doesn't go sideways 100% of the time, but sometimes it's gonna go sideways. So we have cash flowing businesses already. That's gonna lessen the blow if something goes wrong. Does that make sense?
Well, Dre, I want to touch base on one thing that you said. And this goes for the community right now. How many cash flowing businesses does it take for you to stay a millionaire?
I was gonna say anywhere from like 5 to 7. I could be wrong though.
7. 7 cash flowing businesses. Why? It takes $12,500 from each business to make you $83,333 a month. It takes $12,000 from each business instead of making it in one business. I have a credit repair company with Dre. I have a software with Dre. I have a printing company with my wife. I have the ADT business with my other business partner. Okay. This is the business number 4. I'm looking for real estate. That will be business number 5. Okay. I opened up last night. My 2 guys this is for everybody here now in the community that we're going to start to also this. I'm opening up a physical therapist facility. 6. Okay. I need 1 more. And that 1 more could be a basis of anything. But telling you that, okay, they're not all cash flowing yet, but that's why, Henry, I'm telling you the same thing. If I went into the cash flow, all of them would be generating me right now. I wouldn't worry about a damn dollar right now. But because I'm building them from scratch, and software is a little harder, because I'm building them from scratch, it changes everything. Build your communities. This is the basic. Build your communities. Build your Facebook. Build your Instagram. Build your community so you sit down with your community, because you can also leverage your investment in your community. So think about it like this. That 100,000 that we were just saying. Say you don't want OPM. Say you don't want to do OPM. But you got 10,000. You got 10 people that can invest 10,000. What is it? 10,000. Your 100,000 investment in the real estate community that we just got. There you go. You got 10 people to get your share. Now, what's the breakdown? 10%. Our profit margin on that, what is it? Let's just do that breakdown. On 300,000 after expenses, say it's 340,000. Say our expenses are 70,000, right? Are 70,000, so it comes out to 270, right? 270,000 divided by 10 people is 27. You can give your individual person a breakdown of another, divide that by 10. That's $2,700 for each of your person. But you wouldn't make that. You got to make a little bread for yourself. You always got to make it. Always got to eat. You always got to eat, right? So you add a little bread for yourself. So you turn around and say, I didn't make 27,000. I made 20,000. Now you're giving each of your people 2,000. They made 20% on their investment. They made 20% on their $10,000 investment a month. You see how you leverage OPM, leverage your communities, leverage the things that you're doing. We're not leveraging our community right now, but we will leverage our community. We're going to leverage our community to be able to buy blocks at a time. You want to talk about fixing the ghetto in the hood? It's very simple. They did it in New York City. They did it in New York City instantly like this. A bunch of billionaires sat down with a bunch of millionaires. Not a bunch of billionaires sat down with a bunch of millionaires and said, okay, said block is really screwed up. How can we make it better? Well, let's fund all our money together and let's buy the whole block. They bought the whole block, front to back. They do that once. They fix it. They start building nicer complexes. Nicer. They do that. Now what happens? Businesses start coming in. Things start coming in. Now they buy the next block. All of a sudden, those shitty blocks are now good blocks. What happens when you start doing that? You start changing the community. It's called gentrification of a community. You start gentrifying the community. When you start gentrifying the community, you start getting rid of the bad stuff and start bringing in the good stuff. When you start bringing in the good stuff, what happens? Community value goes up. FYI, if you gentrify a community that's bad, you buy the hood, you gentrify the hood, and the property margin goes up. Give me 1 second, AB. The property margins go up. What happens? Your investment of what was $10 million can now be $30 million in 5 years.
Easy.
Not even waiting.
Easy.
But you have to do it with your community. You need a community. Peter, I'll see you. Thank you, buddy. I'll see you. You coming in tomorrow? Okay, awesome. You too. AB, go for it, buddy.
Nah, y'all dropping gems. So I actually I have a homeboy and he has a condo in Inglewood. So, speaking on gentrification, so they got SoFi Stadium, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro bought the condo, I want to say back in like 2012 or so. And from the time he's bought the condo till now, I think last time I checked, he said it's worth like about 3.5, close to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And, like at the time when I was living in South Central, bro, you see it everywhere. Look at Crenshaw. They got the new train that's connecting from LAX to Crenshaw to downtown. So that's what a lot of those people are doing. They pull up their pool of money. They come down to the hood. Next thing you know, we start from one business to a commercial property. And now we got the result of that.
Sir. Yes, sir.
The thing is, Magic Johnson. I'll use Magic Johnson as an example. I watched a biography on Magic Johnson. It was actually fantastic. Magic Johnson was whatchamacallit, a subject of this. After he got his AIDS result, right? He couldn't play in the NBA anymore. And what happened was people he didn't know what to do with his life, but he was at that high level. You start to create people that when you're in a group like this, you start to create high value individuals. And when you're at that level, you're a high value individual. Okay. Everybody here is high value. You're already here. You know that you want to be successful. You just got to be around people that do. So they came to him. They're like, Magic, we want you to invest in X, Y, and Z. So he's like, okay, let's sit down. He started looking at things. And what did he do? The first investment that he made was movie theaters. Guy owns like 30 or 40 movie theaters, but he put them in the hood. Why did he put them in the hood? Because he knows people like to go out to the movies. And he started in LA. And that started to metastasize into all these different movie theaters around the country. Then he started in buildings. And he started the gentrification that you see happens because people want to go into a community and change a community and change it instantly. I saw it happen in my own community where I'm from in the Bronx, in New York. Like, honestly, I saw it in my own community. We used to be all Italian. What happened is, it happened, the Albanians came in. The Albanians changed it to exactly who they are. And they started building their businesses. They started building their community. They started building buildings. They were buying up buildings left and right. Because what did the Albanians understand? What do the Jews understand that we don't understand? We don't understand that our power is not singular. It's not singular. It's better in numbers. The more people you can get to invest with you, the better off you are. Because now instead of affording $1 million property, I can afford a $10 million property. Instead of affording a $10 million property, I can afford a $100 million property, which is a block. This is what people understand. The power is in numbers. The power is in numbers. The more people you have investing together and that understand each other, the bigger you will grow. The more powerful your community will be, and the quicker you can buy whatever you want. Truth be told, the quicker you can buy whatever you want. Forget about, like, okay, I have somebody came to me. They wanted me to invest in something. I didn't see any value in it. I'm kicking myself in the ass for this. Okay. At the time, it was DraftKings. I don't do no drafting. I don't do any of that stuff. I was just getting out of it was DraftKings. You know how much I'm kicking myself in the ass right now? I could have been at a bottom level investor in DraftKings. 10,000 is all they wanted from me. If you understand how to get on a boat when the boat is there, you will definitely start to succeed. But if you don't get on the boat when the boat is not there, and you're waiting for the boat to come, and the next boat is going to be better. The next boat is going to be, no, hop on the first fucking boat. Hop on the first boat. Hop on the first boat, because there will be more boats when you hop on the first boat. $2,000 extra. I told you, I gave you guys a game plan. $100 a day is all you need extra. $100 a day changes your life. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I will never, ever tell you to quit your job. Don't be crazy like Dre and I are. Okay? Don't be crazy like Dre and I are. But once you get to the point where you can quit your job, baby. Oh, baby. I watch fake influencers go out and say, and I don't talk about everybody, but I watch fake influencers go out and say, they take your money, they give you a course that doesn't do anything for you. I don't want to be that person. Dre doesn't want to be that person. I want to go out and feed every single one of you. Because here's the thing. You know who taught me that? I'll tell you who taught me that. Anybody know Derek Harper? Anybody heard of Derek Harper? Derek Harper, I met in Vegas. He was a part of another project that I got into. I was talking to Derek in person. I said, Derek, how do I get to the next level? Derek told me one thing and one thing only. Ollie, build the community and make your community money. When you make your community money, they will never not follow you.
Facts.
They will never not. They will follow you to the end of the earth if you make your community money. I looked at him. I was like, what? I didn't understand it at the time. This was 5 years ago. This was in COVID. Okay. I didn't understand it at the time. Now I get it. Now I truly get it. Because now we make each other, like, look, the meeting that we took with the vending machine guy, right? The meeting that we took with the vending machine guy. When he turned around and he said he did the placements, I was like, done deal.
Done deal.
Done deal right there.
Deal.
Done deal. Because what was the first thing that put in my mind? I was like, if they get their vending machines, they're cash flowing already.
Yes, sir.
The minute that you put it in and go program that vending machine, the next day it could start cash flowing. You wake up to a thing on your app and tells you exactly how much your vending machine made the next day in 24 hours, the day after. So now when you're sitting down and now you got 4 vending machines doing that, because you have to buy a minimum of 4. You got 4 vending machines doing that? Holy shit. And you know what he told me? He goes, each vending machine takes an hour. Okay? So each vending machine takes an hour. He goes, but you may have 3 vending machines on one location. So now he goes, hour to go, hour to come back, right? Hour to fill. 3 hours, right? 3 hours to do that. If you have 4 vending machines in one location, because you showed us the thing of 4 vending machines in one location, you don't even have to go anywhere else. Your vending machine is kicking ass, and all you got to do is refill it. 4 hours. 4 hours worth of work every day. You make an extra $100.
Easily.
Every day. Imagine getting a hospital. Imagine getting a warehouse. Whatchamacallit? I got a mechanic shop where they're sitting over there. A Valvoline, Firestone, yeah. Yes. Just imagine getting that. Imagine being that person where you're getting that and you're able to take that money and now you got that extra $100. Who thinks affiliate marketing is a good thing? And show of hands. Show of hands. Give me affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is a good thing. It's another business you can get started right now.
I was just like, come on, guys. Yes. I do that every day. What do you guys use, guys? What do you guys use? Go see if they have an affiliate program. Go do that. I'm doing it right now. I'm dropping that right now. Some affiliates that I use, guys. Henry, I just tagged you in some posts. AB, I think I tagged you in a post. Go do some homework. I tagged you guys in a homework post. Go do it. When we get out this class, go do that homework talk about knowing your numbers. I put that inside the community. Go write down your numbers. Go know your numbers. What's gonna make you that million that Ali has on the background? What's gonna make you $1 million? Break it down to how many. What is my different my side hustles? I have this main job. It brings me this amount a month. So if I want to hit 100,000, 200,000, I need to have a side business. How much does that side business need to make me every month to hit that million? Know your numbers, people. I'm gonna be a millionaire. How much do you have to make a month? You don't know that? How many streams of income do you need to make $1 million? You don't know that? So you're not gonna be a fucking millionaire. You don't know how much you need to make. Does that make sense? So so Henry and you, AB, I put inside the community. Go ahead and do your notes, do your numbers, and post that. All right. That's how we know. All right, I gotta get these. Well, affiliate. Oh, we just talked about affiliate marketing. Oh, damn. Let me start doing that. Why? Because I need some more income streams to hit that number. Make sense? If you don't know your number, you don't know that. You gotta get the fuck up. you got some stuff to do. Why? Because you got this number, and there's no way in hell you're gonna hit that number from what you're doing currently. Does that make sense?
Every major influencer is the #1 affiliate marketer.
Come on now.
Speak the truth to you. Everything that they send you to, they're getting a kickback. Ready for this? Ready for this? Let me show you something in our software. Not our software, in the credit repair software. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, just to give you guys, the real sauce over here. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you what Dre and I did differently than everybody else. You know, everybody left that was supposed to get the credit app. You know, the only 2 people getting the credit app today that are going to get free reporting.
There you go.
Yeah. Now let me drop this. Publish this. Copy link. Micah, post this over here for the community. I'm pulling it. Oh no. Where's Slack?
Talk about affiliate marketing, guys. Let me say this.
Hold on, Jay. I want to show them something. Give me 1 second.
Go.
I want to show them something with the affiliate marketing, what we do for them, how much we love them. Right here. Let's go over here, FICO Forge. Right? Ready for this, guys? Ready for this? When you click over here to get the credit report, okay, and you click my free score now, I want to show you guys something. You good? That's for me? Thank you, buddy. 256 on the register, but I took out 100. Perfect. I have 157. Beautiful. Just you let Krista know? Perfect. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Ready for this? Dre and I don't send you to our credit report. We send you to My Free Score Now to get your own damn affiliate. We don't send you to get your own credit report from us so we get paid. We send you so you become the affiliate. Why? So you make the money. Don't get me wrong. We're getting hit off too. I ain't gonna lie. We're getting hit off too. But we ain't making the full amount. If I'm making the full amount, you think I'm gonna be sitting here crying? Hell no. But at the same amount, if you sign up five clients, why are you not eating? Let's eat together. Let's eat together. We don't eat against each other. Wake up and start getting in the game. Everybody has a chance to go make an extra $100 today. Henry, if I told you right now I could give you a play with Dre right now that you can make an extra $100 today, would you do it? See you later, buddy.
Okay.
Would you do it?
All day.
All right. I'm going to give you a little bit of sauce right now. Dre, you want to finish your affiliate thing and then I'm going to give him a little bit of sauce?
Go for it.
Ready for this? I got to find it real quick, but I know I have it. Oh, yeah, thank you. The front of the store just shut down because, you know, we shut down over here every now and again. It's not like me. All right. Bad car loans. Ready for this? Where is it? Was it Lending Tree? No, Dingley. No, not it. I'm doing this right in front of you guys. Here, where is it? They don't have it here. This is not it. I'm gonna show you guys something what we did. No, I don't want the company. Auto loans for bad credit. Here you go. Look at this, guys. When you look at these companies, not CarMax, but Capital One, Westlake Finance, you could see this. You could start to see, and I just did a search online. Okay. Do Capital One. You could do more. Okay. Not even new. We can get used. But you could do a search online, right? That can get you a car loan. That's bad. So now what do you do in your community right now? What do you do on Facebook tonight? Easy. Who needs a fucking car right now? Who's got a 500, who's got below a 680 credit score? Who could do that? Boom. Send them the link. Free. Free. But you give them a stipulation. If you got a shitty credit score, you got to get with me in my community to learn how to get your credit fixed. And I'll charge you $50 entry level fee. All you got to do is pay for printing. So now you have no cost. You're already paying for your software for yourself. You're getting $50 off the bat, and you provided value so they can get their car loan. Because how many people are, again, OPM, trying to fix their credit so they can get something they need? And the number one thing that people need is a car. Literally, take it right there. That's the oldest game in the book. We've been running this play for 18 years. Not 8 months. Not eight years. 18 years we've been running this game. Why do you think that auto dealerships say, no credit, no problem? All of you like, oh, fuck, man. It's a game. It's a game. Y'all hacking the matrix right now. We just taught you how to hack the damn matrix. $50. 2 clients, there's 100. 4 clients, there's an extra 200. And that's all profit, ladies and gentlemen.
Again, a lot of people say they have a money pick. I don't make a lot of money. No, you just don't have the strategies to make a lot of money. Does that make sense? You have a strategy making problem. You don't have I don't just know I can't make money. No, you can make money. You just don't have the right strategy to make money. Does that make sense, everybody? We just don't have the right strategy.
Oh, shit.
There's people who are making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. They just have the right strategy. Does that make sense?
Yo, Dre,
What's up?
next Thursday, we just got our in. Okay, you guys are hearing this live. We just got our in for a Zoom meeting with the #1 crypto hedge fund in the United States to be able to invest for our community.
Fucking go.
Just now. I just got the text now. Just got the text now. Literally looking at it. That's what we're doing. You guys don't understand. That's what we're doing. We're going to leverage our community to put him into every fucking place that possibly can. Because I told the guy today, I said, I got 120 members in my community. Drake's got 200 in his. That's 300 people. Do you want 300 people at $1,000 a person? Or do you want to go chase a whale who might not give you shit? That's it. That's literally it.
We're about to drop some big shit, y'all. Like, for real, you guys who are in here, like, find a coach, find somebody, like find a mentor who still has a mentor. That's what I tell you guys. If your mentor or the person who you're learning from is not still learning from somebody, don't follow him. And again, my goal is to make a lot of money this year. That's one of my goals. But my next goal is to spend I want to spend at least $50,000 in mentorships this year. Why? I want to continue learning. When you stop learning, you stop earning. This year, I want to make a lot of money. So I'm going to keep learning. So again, if you guys are not following somebody, if you're the person who's telling you your info, if they don't have a mentor still learning, then I don't know. Make sense?
You ready for this one, guys? This is where I want to go. Dre, this is on the goal for this year. It's in September. Here we go. This is where I want to go this year. This is where I want to go. It's called the Vault Conference. It's hosted by Patrick Bet-David. I want Patrick Bet-David to be my mentor. He's down in Florida. Okay? I want this guy to be my freaking mentor. It is $15,000 to sit down with him for 2 days and do dinner with him. All I need is 2 days. All I need is 2 days to pick this guy's brain. You want to be a high-level earner, you got to go sit around the high-level earners.
Have to.
If our software is up and running by the end of March, and it's got the funding in it, it's got everything, and I go sit down with this man, I'm a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a billionaire with a B. That means you're looking at Dre. Dre's a billionaire too. Because these people have connections. That's why Dre just told you that. Why am I wanting to sit with him? He sits down with every person, doesn't matter race, color, creed, politics, anything. He doesn't give a shit. I'll sit down with you. That's what he wants to do. Because all at the end of the day is, as long as your money's green, that's all I give a shit about. That's it. End of the story. This guy over here just sold his company for $5 billion with a B. And you know what he taught me? He taught me one thing. I was just watching one of his YouTubes. He taught me one thing. He went to go get an evaluation on his company, right? They gave him a $10 million evaluation. You know why? He didn't have proprietary software. As soon as he had proprietary software, his company went from being worth 10 million to 100 million as soon as he had the proprietary software. And then he just sold it for $5 If you don't know who Patrick Bet-David is, go look that up. Go look that up. I will be here. Look how much this shit was. I'm not even talking. This is legit. Oh, invitation to dinner with PBD on day 3. CEO Mastermind on day 1. VIP lunch day 2 and 3. Like, this is legit. This is $16,000. This is a write-off for me. I want to go get with these people. This is not This is not chill. This is just, you go sit down with other founders. You go sit down with other people. This is what you guys want to do. Dre was talking about a mentor. I'm talking about the same thing. I want to go find people who are killing it in the space.
Mm-hmm.
There's one other person I want to go sit down with, but I know he's not going to teach me shit, but I just want to do it. Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone's another one. Why? Guy's a marketing genius. Guy's a marketing genius. And the 3 people that sat with him tripled their net worth by just listening to him. 10x a business? 10x a business is real. It's real. And again, everybody that we're talking to in here, we're talking to you legitly. We're not talking to you fake. I'm showing you shit. These are my goals. These are what and I got a newborn right now. I got a newborn. My job is to give her the life and the knowledge that I never had. Not the things I never had, the life I never had. And what does that life consist of? Daddy being home. Daddy being home. When she's crying at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning like she has been, and my wife's sleeping, I don't give a fuck. I don't work for nobody. I don't work for nobody. So if I want to go into work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like I did today, I can come to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to me. I got 2 employees running the business over here. My wife's got an employee running the business in the front. That's the goal, guys. We're talking. You know what I say to everybody? I'm doing it. I'm not giving you a line of crap. I ain't selling you bullshit on a course or any of that. We will eventually get there. I will start coaching. We will eventually get there. But you guys are getting it for free right now.
When I started with V, goddamn, since you just popped your camera back on. When I started with V about over a year ago, I was working in a fucking factory. Guys, I was working in a fucking factory. Now I haven't worked a job in almost a year. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the, and just because you popped your camera back on V, I was bugging her. What's going on? Why? Why, damn it? It ain't jump. My credit ain't did shit. Hey, I feel kind of like I feel it's misused. You know what I'm saying? But then she just kept saying, Dre, just stick on it. Just stick on it. Just stick on it. And then stuff just started happening. Just started happening. So again, when we're saying like you gotta stick close to the fire, like when you guys find something, a lot of people are just so quick to give up, and that's me. A lot of people are just so quick to give up because again, that's why another reason why I created this community. Because again, you start feeding it. My mom, my twin brother, Dre, that shit, I don't think it's gonna work, man. I don't think it's gonna work. But I came to the cause. V was Dre, give it, come on. I started saying, you know what? She got something that I don't. My twin brother, he don't really have what I want. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the position that I want to be in. So let me listen to somebody else outside of my circle. Does that make sense? That's why I created this community, because I was like, you know what? I almost quit 10 times. For real. If I wasn't in that community, I would have quit the third time I thought about quitting. Seriously. The third time I would have thought about quitting, I would have been out. But I stuck around and I thought about quitting 7 more times. 7 more times. I was like, man, this shit is not for me. This is whack as hell. But again, I stuck with it. So the goal is, guys, stay close to the fire. The further you get away from the fire, you're going to get cold. And when you get cold, them other people who are cold as hell, they're going to start talking to you. And now you're listening to them. Make sense?
Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to anybody that doesn't have what you want.
That's what
my mentor told me.
If I'm not changing my bank account with you, I'm not going to listen. Why? Because you obviously don't have the thing I want. College. I'm not trying to down talk college, but guess what? Though you're a professor, ask him or her, what's in your bank account? You're teaching me philosophy. You're teaching me whatever the fuck I want to do in life. Whatever I want to do in life. Art or technology, what the hell ever. What are you making? 70, 80, 90,000 a year? No. If that's cool, if that's your level that you want.
Dre, I ain't even on that with you. No.
Hey, some people, but guess what? That's why they're in this community, to break that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're in this community, to break that. Because again, if you're at the level 70, 80, you're not broke. Where you're in this community to let you know, that's broke. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And where this economy is going, 50,000, 60,000 a year, that's broke. Not broke, but you're not living the way you want to live. You're saying no to a lot more shit that you're saying yes to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we don't ever want to live above our means, but that doesn't mean you don't want to have fun. You don't want to live your life. So you're saying, no, we can't do that, baby. We can't do that. We can't. Damn, no, you want to do that shit. You know you want to. If you had the extra money, you would. Mm-hmm. So again, that's where we're breaking that. Make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. But again, that's why I'm just saying, I'm going to wrap that one up, but just stick close to the fire, because I promise you, this shit's going to get annoying before it gets better.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hit more roadblocks before that road gets clear. And I'm talking from personal experience. I have not worked a fucking job. I was just gonna show my. I'm not gonna do that, but I was gonna show my numbers. I'm not doing bad at all, guys. Like I'm being fucking transparent. I'm not doing bad. You know what I'm saying? And again, but just the transition. I get teary eyed sometimes. I'm like, damn, I'm not where I want to be. Far from it. But where the hell I was? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm talking like to one of my coaches, like, well, that's kind of starstruck because she was the one teaching me this stuff. And now she's listening to me teach my community this stuff. It's it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. I was listening to her headphones in on a goddamn forklift, y'all. Dead ass serious. I remember hearing a beep. Oh, should put the mute. Damn, I didn't mute myself. Damn it. I'm dead seriously. And now look, I got my little camera. Look, I paid a grip for this, y'all. Ali will tell you, Coach V, Ali will tell you, I have meetings from my fucking jacuzzi. Seriously. I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna go. I have 2 more calls for clients, and then I'm gonna go to the jacuzzi, and I'm gonna have 2 more calls.
Yeah, and one of them's gonna be me as he's doing it on FaceTime. He's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I'm in the jacuzzi. Give me a minute."
I'm playing with. I got a snowball in my hand because I'm in Chicago. Well, Riverdale, you already know, Coach V, with Dion from Riverdale. I moved out. I'm in the suburbs now. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? But still in the snow. But I get. It's just. I don't want to tell you guys, but again, guys, just stay close to this fire, guys, because this stuff is real. Like it really is. It really is. Go ahead.
What up, baby? Give me.
I just wanted to add on to that too. Like at the same time, you really don't know who you inspiring for real. So like what you were saying like a year ago, you were working your job and literally same thing here. Like I work from home, grateful. But as soon as you're like, bro, we got this call, boom, I'm hopping on. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like whatever you want, if it's important to you, you're gonna find a way to make it work, right? And I mean, like growing up, we're taught like, oh, $90,000 a year, that salary is great. I mean, cool for some people, but that's a
Retrospectively, it
month
is.
for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did 90,000 this month. Ooh, it's a rough month. So it's about that paradigm shift. And I just want to say, like, keep it up. Like you said, you just never know who you're inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Never know.
When we have the conversations that we have, the conversations, it's all truth. It's not a lie. And you know what changes when it's truth? I learned better in college with the professor that was working the job every single day than the college professor that's sitting reading from the damn book. You know why? They never had real data. They never had real information. When you come in and you see somebody sitting in their office with the stuff that they have that motivates them, you're looking to be like, yo, I got the same thing hanging up in my office, or I got the same thing that motivates me. It pushes me to another level. Let me tell you something. I got a friend group of 5 friends. 10 years ago, they all, a real story. This is legit. 10 years ago, it's 30. Yep, it was 26. I just failed the biggest test of my life. I was taking my LSATs to become an attorney. I could not pass that stupid LSATs test for the life of me. I took it 6 fucking times. I put more pressure every time that I took that test on me to pass this because what happens? Everybody here knows this. I wanted to be the guy that made it. I wanted to break those generational curses. I wanted to do something that was better than everybody in my family has done. Okay? What happened? I ended up in the curse. I ended up at the floor. I ended up not paying bills. I ended up having shitty credit, that, and the other thing. Right? I had all that bullshit. Then what happened? I got myself right. I turned around, I looked at all my friends. My friends were turning around and telling me, we're passing you. We're leaving you in the dust. Go get a job. Go get this. Go get that. Everybody talking, and everybody's heard this. And Dre just turned around and said this. And I know each and every single one of you that's here heard the same shit. The same damn shit. Okay? I looked at everybody and I said, I will do what I damn please. Do you know my boys came to me? Why are you buying another six-figure car. Motherfucker, because I can. Motherfucker, because I can. Why? Why are you hating right now? You're hating because 10 years ago, you were telling me to go get a fucking job and I didn't listen. And right now, I passed all your asses and I'm making your fucking salary for the year in a month. In a fucking month. That's why you're hating. But you're my boy. You came to my wedding. You were my best man. You were this, you were that. And now you hating on me? Because the hate is real. Nobody wants to see you do better than them. That's why the communities are different. Communities are like-minded individuals who will never put you down, will lift you up and tell you, let's fucking go. We got this. Let's do it together. Because we know where we fucking came from. My wife came to me and she turned around and told me, I don't have a car. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm straight with everybody right here. You know who has a car? My wife. If my wife asked me for $1 million car right now, I'd figure out how to fucking buy it for her. Because that's for my lady. I will Uber, I will do whatever the fuck I need to do so to make sure that my wife is right. But the thing is, it's fucking hysterical, the hate that you get when you start making the money that you're supposed to. Because somebody stood in your fucking corner and told you that it was possible for you to do. And you know who that does that? It's a fucking mentor. Because they knew exactly where you were. They knew the mindset that you had. They knew what it was when everybody was telling them it wasn't fucking possible. And then living in the house that everybody else wants now. They living where everybody else wants to live. They living in the gated community with the fucking billionaire, the politician, the everything that they have around them. That's what you want. That's what you want. The truth of the fact of the matter is the truth of what I've told you. One of my boys came to me and he still comes to me every day. He goes, what you doing, bro? What you doing? I just shut him up yesterday. He goes, you didn't go back to work today? What, you got money like that? I was like, yes, I do. No offense, but I do. I was like, you're the fucking broke ass when I asked for help to help me build this company. You're the broke ass that told me, oh no, I'm too busy working my job. Now you're working like a jackass for $90,000 a year, okay? And I make your fucking salary in 3 months. You want to keep doing what you're doing? Or you want to get on the ship with me and let me teach you how to make money? Oh, no, I don't know. Dude, stay in your lane. Don't come back and talk to me about money. Don't come back and talk to me about money. Why are you paying that car note? That car note's too expensive. That car note is 1% of my earnings, bro. 1% of my earnings. Because I did the math. I understand what it takes to be there. Everybody here, I'm never ever going to take, well, look, trophies? Fuck yeah, go get trophies. They're amazing. When I go outside and I walk out that damn door right there and I see the car that I bought my wife, yes, hold it. Oh, hey, right here. It's sitting right on my desk. I have more. It's somewhere over here. I have more. I have a bunch of them. I got a Bugatti. I got Senna. I got a bunch of them. Why? Because you need your trophies. You need to understand that. And if people don't tell you, no, you shouldn't get trophies, they're out of their damn mind. They're out of their damn mind. Your house as a man, every man that's in this group right now, every man that's here, your house is your #1 trophy because it houses your children. It houses your children and it houses the most important person to this whole process, your queen. Everybody understands that. It houses the most important person to this whole process, your queen. And if you haven't picked a queen yet, go find the one that's going to help you build from zero. Because that's the person that'll get you to the top. I'm only here because of my wife. God's hands are true. God's honest hands right up the ground. I don't have my business right now. Okay? I don't have my business right now if it wasn't for my fucking wife. Because my wife is the one that owns the printing company. I went in, and when she was having a bad day, I went in and made a phone call, and that's why I'm here. That's what happens. Your queen dictates everything that you have. Your house is the trophy. Let me tell you something. That's a real thing. That's the real thing. Dre, I all know that. Dre and I know that. Your house is your trophy. Your car's bullshit, bro. I'll be honest with you, your car's bullshit. Because you could change that like you change underwear. But your house dictates who you are. And when you want to close a meeting, I don't want to take them to my fucking office. I want that wow factor when they pull up to the driveway. Motherfucker, you live here? Who I learned that from? Another one of my mentors. He owned a $2 million house in North Jersey. Right? I pull up to his house. I looked at her. I said, son of a bitch. I'm like, I want this. He looked at me. You know what he told me? Shit's too big. I can't keep it clean. You understand the difference in the mentality somebody has to say? That shit's too big. I can't keep it clean. That's the difference. That's the mentality we want to have. That's the ideology we want to have. That's what we're selling here. That's what we're selling. We're selling your mindset to be changed.
It starts with the mindset, guys. That's 1,000,000% true. Like, it's the boring part too. Not the boring, it's the less sexier part is the mindset. People start to taper off when you start talking about mindset. We can teach you how to make $1 million. But if you don't have the right mindset, $1 million will kill you. You know what I'm saying? $1 million will help your whole family, but $1 million will kill you if you don't have the right mindset. Does that make sense? A lot of mentors, one thing that a mentor will never tell you is go ahead, you need to take some rest. You know, a lot of people tell you, man, you're working hard. Man, you just need to rest. I love my girl, but she always tells me, Dre, you're working hard. Take a rest. You know what I tell her? No, I gotta keep it going. A mentor is gonna tell you, yes, work hard, but work smarter. There is a theme between just working. You're not doing shit. Makes sense. Now, that's when you need to take a break, recalibrate, think about what you're doing, and then get back to it. So we want to work smarter, but not harder. But a mentor is never going to tell you, man, you need to go take a break. You need to go like sleep. Mentor is going to say, all right, you burnt out. Let's figure out why you're burnt out. Let's try to do it a little bit smarter so you can do it better. And now you're not so burnt out. Makes sense. That's what you get by being inside a community. And we're trying to preach this for a reason. The mindset. We're not going to keep you guys too much longer, but it's seriously, guys. The mindset. This credit repair stuff is cool. This business funding stuff is cool. This investing stuff is cool. But if you don't have the right mindset, you're going to lose this shit quicker than you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, guys? So again, hopefully you rock with us for the long haul. But again, a mentor is never going to tell you, all right, you need to take the week off. You're just, you do. No, a mentor is going to say, you burn out. Why? What aren't you like? What do we need to dial in? If we need to go get you some help, meaning go get you some VAs, that's what we need to do. Are you doing all of your emailing by yourself? We need to tune that up. We need to go ahead and get you a VA. A mentor is going to tell you what to tune up so you're not dragging your ass. So you're not doing this by yourself. So you're not, oh my God. Does that make sense? Somebody who's not thinking like this is going to say, you need to take a break. You're just exhausted. No, it's not time to take a break. It's how the fuck do I optimize this the best way so I can keep it going without burning myself out. Does that make sense?
It's living
that's what we're going to tell you, and that's what you're going to get when you're in these type of rooms. Is no, we don't just take a break. Is no, turn it up a notch, but learn how we can turn up a notch without killing ourselves. That's what a mentor. That's what a community does. The right community and the right mentor. Make sense?
Can I say something?
Go for it.
Okay. I'm just gonna piggyback off two things you said, and that was like the right community and the right mindset. And hopefully I can motivate someone with these words. I haven't clocked in for anyone since 2014. I said I was going to be my own boss and do things my own way. Dre said something about you can make a lot of money, but if you don't have the right mindset of community or the help or people to help you, that could be blown. And that was part of the situation. You know, got into digital marketing, online marketing, made a lot of money, a lot of money. I mean, I was everywhere. We were in Vegas, you know, Dominican Republic,
Hold on,
Dubai, all this stuff.
hold
Yeah.
on, Henry. Hold on. Time out. You were in digital marketing doing what?
I did online marketing, digital marketing for companies, a variety of online companies, you know.
Dre, you catching what I'm putting down?
I'm already on now. I already got him.
Hey, you catching what I'm putting down?
Hey,
Yeah.
come on now.
So the deal is this: made a lot of money, okay, and just like if everything is coming fast, you don't have the right mindset, and life hits you fast and all that, everything can go down, you know, in a fell swoop. And obviously, in doing all of that, I neglected my personal credit, and that's why I found myself today. Now the knowledge is there for what I need to do. And that's why when I spoke to Dre the first time, he kind of like, it's like, you know what you're doing, you know, based on some of the conversations we had and stuff like that. But credit is king, and that's a major thing. And that's why we're all here. And the community is right. For the first time, I feel like even going back to the school app and stuff, and you know, in Dre's team and stuff, and everyone like just trying to help people, because in the prior thing I was doing, everyone was in for themselves. Yeah, we made money, but it was just trying to get money, you know, and not the help. Okay, you gotta, you know, it doesn't matter how much money you make, but how much money you save. And the deal is a lot of money was made, but a lot was not saved. So I just want to motivate people and say, hey, just this community is right. I feel it's really, really right. And we just need to stick together and continue to help ourselves. In any way, shape, or form, I can share any knowledge that I have. I would do that if asked. By the end of the day, I just wanted to
It's asked.
I just wanted to piggyback off what Dre had said about the community and the mindset, because that was what was lacking for me a while back. And I don't think I'm ever going to clock in for anybody anymore. I've done it all. I've done gig work. I've done the Ubers. I've done the Grubhub, all of that stuff to get by. Because when you're on your own making money, you got to do things, you know, along with the digital marketing and every other thing. So I've done it all. But I'm here in the right spot, and I hope that, you know, this takes off and we can all, you know, grow and make a lot of money with the right mindset and the right community. So that's all I wanted to say.
How long you been in this community, brother? How long you joined Smart Hustles? You joined how much? When'd you join?
Bro, last a week and 2 days.
There you go. Yeah, you just joined. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up.
Yeah, because we talked on Wednesday and my first class was last Friday with you guys. So
facts. AB, how about you? When'd you join? How long you been in?
It's only been a couple days since I've joined. I think maybe 3-4 days.
You saw me on my TikTok. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, we had I met you on TikTok. I kept just chatting, and then we ended up having that phone call the following day, and that's when I was telling you I day trade. I have my Discord community and all that. Huh?
That's two.
I'm getting.
That's two heavy value people right now. Ooh.
Getting some people in this community, brother. Come on now.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, it's exactly where we want to be.
Yes, sir.
The people in here, you feed the community. And I'm serious about this. You feed the community. You feed everybody in the community. Okay? Henry needs credit. AB probably needs credit as well. But at the same time, you guys are making money. And at the end of the day, Henry comes out to the same thing as you. Teach people in the community how to market. Teach people how to market, because you want to know something? You know why Micah's here? Micah was a marketing intern for another company that I was working for. This kid impressed me so much, okay? So much He reached out to me. He was the one. He literally worked in my hand when I was there. He watched me go from being a manager to a high-level manager to the COO of that company in less than 3 weeks. Not because I am extravagant. No, because I outworked every fucking person that was there. Because I finished my day job and went to work at that job at 5 o'clock. The minute I finished my day job, I went to go work over there. I promised me a $30,000 salary a month. Couldn't get the company rocking and rolling. Okay. I left after 6 weeks. Micah stayed on board. Okay. This is Micah's story to tell. I won't go any deeper than this. Micah stayed on board after everything had happened. Micah came and reached out to me. He said, I know you're doing something. I want to be a part of it. Okay. Micah's been here. Micah's been here growing, helping me grow the company. So now I need a mentor for Micah. So Henry, if you got the opportunity, I would love for you to mentor Micah and teach him digital marketing so he could take our company up to the next level like you did with your own brand.
I got you. Me and Henry, we gonna do some chopping up. I got you.
We're gonna chop it up, and yes, we would love to have you on board to help us grow what we're doing, because that'd be great. But I would love to teach my people how to get to that next level as well, because I all told them that the same thing. I don't want them working for me for the rest of their life. I don't want anybody working for me for the rest of my life. No, and theirs either. I told them, I will give you the fish for a certain amount of time, but you bet your ass you got to learn how to get that fishing pole and go fishing. I'll provide you the money to get that fishing pole. Okay? I'll provide you that money. Not that I'll provide you the money. But when you go open your business, I want to be co-owner. Because that's the way a real owner and a real boss does it. They grow their people.
That's what a leader does. That's what a leader does, guys. But that's what a leader. And I think I talked to you both, AB and Henry. I think I talked to you both about that's the goal in this community. I've said this a couple of times today. I'm just gonna say it again, damn it, because this is the goal. Not just for some credit repair, not just for some business funding. Like, that's cool and all. That's why that's why I get on AB, Henry. That's why you guys saw me on TikTok just really telling game. You know what I'm saying? Like, telling the truth. I'm not trying to make money from credit repair. I do business funding. That's where I make a lot of my money. My bulk of my money right now is from business funding. I'm not trying to do that for the rest of my life. I'm an investor. I want to own stuff. But again, we're going to do that together. So I told you guys, the goal is to get our credit together and then start investing together. I'm transparent when I'm on my lives. You guys know I'm transparent when I'm talking on there. I tell people straight up, I'm going to call every single one of you guys and say, hey, remember when we got that credit together? Hey, remember when we got the business funding? Hey, it's time to invest. It's time to all of us invest together. That's going to happen. Makes sense? So no, I'm transparent from the jump. We are going to be making money together. Together. That's the goal. Makes sense, guys? But it all starts with our credit. We got to get ourselves together, position ourselves in a way where we can go do that.
Absolutely. And just to piggyback too, like that's why it's so important to get that going. I have another buddy. He's let's just say he's very well off in life from day trading. And it took him some time. Like before, like when he was coming up and he was making a bunch of money and his credit was shit, bro, he went in there with a fat check and they still denied him. Still denied him. So it's like, let me learn from that to know, like, when my time comes, my personal credit, and just based off of what y'all saying, it's very inspirational. Like, yeah, you know what? We got all these things lined up, but it start with my part first. And what's my part? Making sure my credit is up to par. You know what I'm saying? And then we can start taking that step by step. So, you know, that was an eye opener. I can't believe they really denied him. He had a fat cashier's check, and they said, "Nah, bro, your credit is terrible, so we ain't gonna deal with you." So
because it's a risk assessment.
A big misconception is, oh, if I have a lot, you have a lot of cash, they'll give you some leeway. But again, it comes on your credit. A lot of people have that misconception, and these gurus. This is reason why we teach is a lot of these gurus say, "I'll get you a 750, I'll get you a 780, you'll get anything you." No, No, because guess what? You can go to the bank right now and say, "Hey, I got a 790 credit score. Let me get approved for something." They're gonna say, "Beautiful. Let me see your report." Well, no, I said I have a 790. No, I have a 7. No, okay, that's cool. Let me see your report. Why? You can have a 780 credit score with a year of credit age, a 9 months of credit age. Guess what? You're not getting 50,000. If you've only been using your credit for 8 months, 9 months, they're not gonna give you no $50,000. For real. You can have a 790 credit score. Guys. That's why this software is gonna be so lights out for you guys. For me too, because it's gonna make the difference between a fake weak ass 790, a weak ass 780, and a strong where you have a mortgage on there, you have a car paid off car note, you have a couple of those these pledge loans, these secure products that you have paid off. You have a couple of those on your report. That's a strong report. Now you're getting funding. But again, these fake gurus, like you say, AB, they're gonna come in. You think, oh, I got a lot of cash, I can get funded because of that. No, they're gonna look at your report. If you have hella late payments, well, if a bank sees you can't pay people on time, why the hell should I gamble so you're gonna pay me back my 50,000 on time? If you got hella inquiries, meaning you look so desperate. That's why we tell people in the funding sequence we go to first. Why? Chase has a 5 and 24 rule. So if you're out there trying to apply all these other fucking banks, not knowing I can go to Chase first, they're gonna give me a big ass whopping amount. I'm averaging, guys, 50,000 from Chase when we get approved. Why? We know we're going in there and we meet all the data points, and we know we started there first. Because again, if you go 5 times, if you go try to get approved 5 times in the last 24 months, Chase is going to deny that ass. Why? You're thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You're thirsty. Nah, we cool on you. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's where it comes to knowing these data points and knowing that, yeah, it's just not my score. It's a whole lot of other stuff that equals up to that. So I know if I focus on my report, my score will come. If I focus on my score, my report might not come. Make sense?
Ready for this, guys? I'm gonna show you guys something. You see this report? You see where this is pulled from? I'm gonna blow V spot up a little bit over here after in a little bit. I'm gonna give V a plug that she needs. Look at this. You see this report? This is a back end report from Experian. This is what Chase pulls. All the major banks. These are how they pull your report. It's just done manually. You see this over here? This is messages. First off, anybody doing nefarious tactics, your fucking bullshit fraud alerts, your bullshit fraud tactics, your what the hell's that shit called? Drake, help me over here. What the hell's that word called?
Not TransUnion, the sweet methods.
Trafficking, sweet method.
There you go.
CPNs and all that crazy stuff.
Human trafficking. It's right here.
And all that shit.
It's right here, guys. They tell you right here. Right at the top of the report. You get an asterisk on your account that basically tells you, okay, the person can't be trusted.
I say this all the time, guys.
Okay, why are we teaching you compliance? Because we know by pulling the back end report, the true report, what's there. This is mine. What do you see? There's nothing here. Because I've done everything correctly. Now, this is what Dre is talking about right here. They put these data points into their API. Here's your data points. This is what it is, and that's how they deny you. I'm denied right now. Personally, this is me. Right here. This is me. I'm denied right now. Here's why I'm denied. Who the fuck is showing you this shit right now?
Nobody, y'all. Nobody, y'all. For real. Nobody, y'all. I'm dead ass serious. Nobody, y'all. Nobody.
And let me just say, I know, because I'm screaming over here in the car. But man, we see all these people on social media, like, oh, no doc, no this, no that. But y'all see the proof right here. Like, nobody shows y'all this information. No fucking body. Like, this is fucking insane. Oh God.
Come on.
So V, I'm gonna give her something right now that she did. I gotta give props where props is due. V does a lot of shit for me. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys something. V has access to business trade lines. V has access to shelf corps. V has access to a lot of things. I've sent a lot of people to V to work with. V and I are fucking tight. That's my girl right there. That's my girl. When I got something that I come up with in the software, I don't go call the owner of the software. I don't go call the CEO of the software. The first person I call is V. Yo, V, I found something new. Because this is the type of people that we handle. That she's a part of my community immediately. She's a part of my community immediately. And the people that we have, the people she sent me a message. She goes, "Look, guys, I got an SBA person too." When we were talking about SBAs. So here's the thing. You see how instantly the community comes open when you start talking about it and start giving the knowledge? We're all going to eat together. Why am I showing you guys this report? I'm showing you guys this report because it's the truth. It's the truth. Go to anybody in the industry right now. Anybody in the industry right fucking now. Micah, don't let him in. We're done. And ask anybody in the industry, who the fuck is reporting for them on their credit? Blue ocean technique. We separated ourselves already. Why? Because we have a legitimate fucking business. Think about that. For Henry, for you, AB, for you, when you got a legitimate business, ain't nobody able to touch you. You're absolutely able to do more. You're able to do more than everybody else. This is me. I pulled my own damn report. Look, here, I'm going to show you. Where's the software? Where's the damn software? Where are you? Is it here? No, it's not here. I think it was the. Is it this one? Yes, this one. Look over here. Ready? First inquiry. Right there. First inquiry right there. Postnet. My wife's business. Telling you legitly, everything that we talk about is real. And we're like, I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to do 2 more questions or 1 more question each. Dre's got to get off. My wife is calling me. The baby's not. The baby's being a little fussy, so she needs her daddy. So at the end of the day, I still want to give you guys the opportunity, and then I'm gonna get it out of my ass on home. AB, Henry, that's you too. And then V, stay on for a couple of minutes. I just want to talk to you with Dre, and then we get out of here.
Any last minute questions, guys? Wow, any last minute questions? I know we went over a lot. That's what these Fridays calls are for. That's
Friday
what
calls are heavy.
Again, everybody. So now, Henry, you go inside the community. AB, you go inside the community. And you like post about this class. Like tell them, don't miss this shit. Because if you're not in the room, you're not gonna get this information. I'm probably not even gonna post this inside the community. Like I don't even know. I might not. Because again, you need to be inside the room to get this work. You need to show. Look at this. What does this say? What does it say? Fuck excuses. All right. If you can't like, oh, I can't answer questions. Put a goddamn headphone in. When I'm telling you, I used to be on Coach V's calls. I couldn't engage and okay, can you go? Oh, no, guess what? If I listen to 100 times, then when I get to my computer, I can kind of pick up what I'm doing because I listened to it 100 times. Does that make sense? Again, some of this shit, man, you guys said that. Can you repeat everything we just said? No, that's why you need to show the hell back up. Makes sense? If you can't word for word repeat this stuff, then you don't know this stuff. So that means there's no harm in that. But again, even when I could not engage on these calls, I was on the goddamn call. Coach V was like, Dre, you accidentally hit mute. Unmute. Oh shit, my bad. I ain't want nothing. I ain't want nothing. I got my headphone in. But again, show up to these calls. Whatever you gotta do, just show up. Listen. Because you might not listen, you might not hear the first 30 seconds, but that 35th second might, oh, damn, that game changer. Because of that 35th second. Does that make sense, guys? Just show the hell up. Even if we say the same thing over and over, but now you're hearing it again, and again. Makes sense, guys?
You guys are gonna get the most out of it by joining.
I heard her voice all up in my head at one point because I was listening to her over and every goddamn week. Make sense? So, any questions, guys? Seriously, you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? We good?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those reminders. It's one of those things where you come in with an expectation of just talking about credit and you leave with a whole gem, and now you're like rocking, ready to really get this into motion. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it wasn't like that before, but now the intention's a little bit more clear, and it's like, yeah, it's time to get to it for real.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Everybody, the beta of the software is free. It's pinned in my community. Dre posted my community up. Dre, I'll get Micah to give you a link to the software. We'll get you rocking and rolling under that, and we'll get everybody test it. It's free. Go test it out. Figure it out. Run people's credit through that you know. Okay? Only my free score now is accepted. So run people's credit that you know. Turn around, see what's going on. Because you may hit a gem right off the bat and be like, fuck, I could get you funding. Now you charge 10%, charge 15%. Dre, how do I fund this guy? Get the sauce from Dre, go fund him, make some money, and now all of a sudden you got racks.
Just that easy.
You can make 5 racks real easy.
Real easy.
And that's just call and chase.
Real fucking easy, y'all. Like, personal experience, y'all. Made a goddamn 15-minute phone call. It's inside the group, y'all. You guys, like the people who I'm getting funding, it's inside the group. We got somebody 50,000, guys. I was on the phone. That was a 15-minute process. I got my commission was 10%, $5,000, guys. You get 2 people funded a month, it's $10,000. 2 people a month with funding, guys. I don't know any other business where your customer ratio is so fucking low and your income ratio is so high. I mean, because again, you need 2 people to make $10,000 a month. Does that make sense, guys? It's a game changer. Now, when you add in, you're starting them off with credit repair, so you're eating them little dollars that you charge for credit repair. You're eating, and then when they're ready, come on, man, who they trust? You did their credit. Who they trust? And if you don't want to mess with credit repair, all you need. If you don't want to do credit repair, seriously, all you need. We're gonna get Henry. I'm gonna talk to him about this marketing tip. You know what I'm saying? But again, all you need with the right Henry, this is mind blowing because you say you do marketing. So this is mind blowing, ain't it? When you can only do, the numbers that you need to get for certain businesses. Y'all need to make this many clients so you can make your price for your product is this amount. So that you got, but again, with business funding, you need two people to make $10,000 a month.
And that's at the low end.
That's the low goddamn end, y'all.
Business funding can go upwards of $5 million, which at a 10%, that's a $500,000.
Come on, guys.
Just throwing that out there.
So
just throwing that out there. Now, with a person like Henry, AB, these guys that are in these communities that are out there that have people that are making money, you have access to the people. You go out there, boom, you're done. Money in the bank.
So let me hear from you guys. All right. So
let's close this out. Let's close this out in the sense. I just want to get with my team before we end the call. So I just want to say thank you, Henry. Thank you, AB, for showing up. Dre, get these 2 guys in my community. I want these 2 guys in my community. I need them in my community. I want these guys to come in. These are perfect examples of what we want in the community. And look, my community, if you guys need any help or anything, it's free. It's free. Get in there. You don't have to pay any extra. And if there's a Micah, you know what we should do? Anybody that's coming from Dre's community, can we give them access to the higher community for free?
Yeah. Yeah, we just have to.
Dre, let's set that up. Anybody that's coming from your community, we're gonna give them full access for free.
Vice versa. Anybody's coming from your community, I got it. Yeah, for sure. Because we're all one. So I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get this rocking. So AB, Henry, see you guys next Friday. We'll be back at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Absolutely.
Hey, Dre, remember to ask Ali about the tracking for my letters.
Yep, I got you.
What tracking? What tracking? What do you need? Don't wait for him. Come straight to me. What do you need, brother?
Okay, yeah. My letters. I mean, I'm not getting the tracking yet. They're supposed to be sent out and stuff like that.
When did they get sent out?
No idea. I mean, the payment was made last Saturday.
Your letters are definitely gone. Your letters are definitely out. Did you check spam? Go check your spam email address and see if you got something from Total Post and Print.
Okay, that's a good one.
No, I'm waiting for you right now. Before we end this call, go check your damn letters.
I'm checking right now.
Right now, baby. Check right now.
Nah, nothing from them.
Send me your email in the chat.
I'll do that.
Right now. Before we get off this call, I'm gonna double check that right now.
Make sure commenting about the group about the call tonight, okay? Inside the community.
For sure.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm waiting for that email, and then let's open this up. Go over here. Do this. Let's open up my email address and then click send. So last Saturday we were printing. So last Saturday and Sunday we sent out. So if you paid last Saturday, that shit should be gone already. Should have been gone Monday morning. All right, I got you. Give me 1 second.
I'm trying to call this motherfuckers and
your letters are printed. I have everything right here. Here's your tracking numbers and everything. I'm gonna literally copy the message, or can I can't resend it. Here, I want to show you, just to show you. It was sent Saturday, February 15th at 3:56 p.m. 6 days ago.
There you go, brother.
Why do you think I'm the best, bro? We don't fuck around.
There you go, brother.
We don't fuck around. You paid on Saturday. You got that shit sent out on Saturday.
Hey, Henry, come on now. Didn't I tell you? I told you guys, look, you guys are sitting off yourself, or I've been, and I'm not trying to doubt V's on here right now, so she can, I'm not going to down
V can't comment. Don't put V in that thing. V can't comment.
She can, okay, never mind. So that, I didn't say you. So anyways, there's different, there's different printing companies, guys. Again, I'm saying this because I'm talking from my personal experience. There's somebody, BB, can't say the whole name, not going to do it, but BB, you know what I'm saying? There's companies that they don't do good service, okay? You can't call them like, yo, what's going on? Can you fix it right now? And they say, don't hang up the phone, like Henry, like Ali just did. Don't hang up the phone, let me do it right now. That's the type of shit that you get with Ali. That's why I tell people, look, you might pay a little cost, but I'd rather pay a cost than to fuck around with some people and they say that they sent the shit and then, oh, damn, I called them 10 days later. Hey, did you send it? Oh, shit, we didn't even send it. Let's get that process started. What the fuck you mean get the process started? Like, no, that's an extra couple days till it goes out. Nah, bro, you fucking with me now. I've had a couple of those conversations. Me, personally, like, all right, bro, you want to drop your address so I can come find you? Like, because you fucking with my business. I'm being serious. Like, bro, you fucking with me, bro. Like, for real. So, I'm saying, like, Ali, he's on point. That's why we started, I switched over to him. Then we started talking more, and then we were like, yo, we kind of got the same drive. He loves to talk. I love to talk. He has a great product. I have a great product. He has a great vision. I have a great vision. We both execute. So we're like, you know what? We might as well partner up. Makes sense.
You made it seem like it was a bad thing. This is like a match made in heaven.
It was.
And
I'm gonna make it short too, because I'm not gonna lie, I could talk for hours. But the thing, like Ali was saying earlier, like how the Albanians came in, right, and had their ecosystem, it's the same thing we're doing here in our community. Instead of putting the money in those other people's pockets, we keeping it right here in the community, so we have our ecosystem grown. Because you know what? We know our boy Ali eating. And Dre, you know, we eating over here. So we got our own ecosystem. So it may cost a little more, but at the end of the day, we know it's going in the right hands and it's within this own community.
And if anything messes up, we know who to call because it's in our community. You know what I'm saying? We know the work ethic of our partners. We know the work ethic of Henry, of AB, of Coach V, of Ali. We know of Michael, of Lily. We know the work ethic of us because we work together. There's no guessing. If I have an issue, I'm gonna go talk to these people individually. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Ali's coming in now, so I'm
I
gonna
just
get Monday.
resent it to you just to
Yep.
make sure that you had it. All right.
Yep. Monday I'm about to get busy. So.
Yeah, brother. We ain't playing games over here. Like, honey, I'll call you back. All right. I love you, baby.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I do not look. Nobody knows this. I told V's the only person that knew this. I hired a person for Saturdays and Sundays. I was never printed on the weekend. Now we're printed on the weekends. We're printed on the weekends. Yes, our cost is higher. I don't give a shit anymore. I used to care. Yeah, V, you on mute, girl. I know you saying you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Legitimately, I don't care anymore. You know why I don't care anymore? Because I went out and did everything that I had to make myself better than everybody else. And here's the thing. That's why I knew you got your shit and your shit was long gone. Your shit was long gone. You know what my employee, because I wasn't printing on Sundays. My employee called me on Sunday. You know what he told me? Sunday morning? He goes, Ali, I got bored at home, so I went to work. That's what we built here. I got bored at home, so I went to work. Okay. I ain't hating. So this is what, when we talk to you